don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
Must alive.
Oh, are we live? Yeah. Oh, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning show, the only show on all of YouTube that asks the important questions, like what is best in life. George, can you answer it?
What is best in life, Poseidon?
Googling her age.
No. What? No. What is best in life is to crush your enemies.
Okay.
And to hear the lamentations of their women. It's an old reference for no one gets it. Okay, George doesn't know movies. Poseidon's too young. Moving right along. My name is Phil Balabanos. Welcome to the morning show. You can check out more stuff about me at balabanos.com. In front of me, the man from the Hard Bros, Brossard George. South Shore Shenanigans. I got nothing. The host of two hit podcasts.
South Shore Bruisers.
That doesn't rhyme. There's no onomatopoeia there.
Because they bruise, what's that thing called in the asshole, the G spot of the men?
Prostate?
Yeah, prostate bruisers.
That doesn't rhyme either. How about the prostate pen? Let's not go there. Just Us Dads, the hit podcast by dads for dads, supported by moms, I guess, because they're the ones working and paying the bills while these fuckers are in the basement. And you have the Backstage podcast, where George talks to people in the know, politicians, prostate touchers, those kind of people. And is that back? Sometimes
It should be making an appearance.
it's almost as regular as Fill My Hole, which is on hiatus because I'm afraid of Bill C. No, I'm not. I'm just fucking too busy. Poseidon, the Poseidon69, the producer of the morning show, the producer of many a podcast here on the great Pantelis Nation channel of comedy.
Yes.
He can be followed at the Poseidon69, and head over to patreon.com/Pantelis, where you can participate in the nonsense. You can be a part of the story that is the rise of Pantalonia.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
The
good.
Grand
You like that?
Nation.
Once there was a land that had many laughs.
Once
Yeah,
was
and
a
also
land.
if you're into Pantelis, the patron saint of
Sorry, what?
I had a good. I don't want to give it away. I'm going to save that one. Yeah, if you want to support Pantelis, and by supporting him I mean getting lots of fucking laughs, go check out tour dates, everything that's happening this summer, panteliscomedy.com. What are the dates? When are they happening?
July 21st and 23rd, it's Pantelis' Hour in French, Le Dernier des Vrais. You go to panteliscomedy.com, click on dates, and you'll find those two dates, and you can buy tickets for them. Very simple. 28th of July is Le Rebelle, which is the French nasty show.
Le Nasty.
Same thing, panteliscomedy.com, click on dates. Don't be a peasant, buy tickets.
You know, because we started without me hearing the intro, and you were like, we were like sat down last minute because the delivery came.
Yeah.
And I haven't opened the chat yet. I haven't processed that we're live, so I'm just saying shit. Should I drop some N-bombs?
Well, yeah, you didn't.
George,
change
what
that.
kind of news do we have? Because I've been reading the internets. Sorry,
Yeah,
I got my fucking contact shifted. Sorry.
Oh.
I've been reading the interwebs, and there's some wild shit going on in the world. Pretty wild.
Yeah, before
so
we
I
get to
assume that
some of
you're
the-
going to ignore all of that stuff and tell me fluff news that your liberal
Look,
cockpiece,
for the-
mouthpiece people told you to talk
For
about.
the first time, I have some light news to start this off on.
Okay.
Wow.
So I sent it to you on Twitter. I don't know if we can play it. There's these news coming out of London of this
Ontario or
individual.
England?
England.
Okay.
In England.
You gotta be
The-
specific.
Yeah, the real London.
The real one.
Where this young man in his 20s, an absolute,
A lad.
25 years old, Super talented guy, and I don't know how this story came into La Presse, but I'm glad it did because
Someone speaks English on the press.
this guy makes portraits using a typewriter.
Way to go!
And I just saw him like, that's not news. But I went on.
Was that you?
We don't have headphones on. Are you
Yeah,
pressing?
you're
any
No,
of
I'm
the
not. I'm
things?
not pressing.
Yeah.
We heard something. Anyway, so this guy
So
used a
unprofessional.
typewriter to make portraits, and they're fucking absolutely stunning. I don't know if you got the.
Is that what this show has become? We're just sharing meme viral stories?
No, I think it's really impressive.
All right,
I don't
let's-
think I've ever
let's
seen
see.
anything like that. The guy uses basically the @ symbol, the W and the P keys on a
All right, let's see
typewriter.
what impresses
You know
people
what a
from
typewriter
Brossard.
is, Poseidon?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
There you go.
Did you ever have a typewriter?
Oh, we did have
Of course,
typewriter.
yeah, so did I. It was in like a little suitcase.
Yeah, exactly.
I used
we
it once
even,
or
at
twice.
some point, we even got an electric typewriter that could backspace.
Mine was electric.
Oh yeah, no, we had the real
It had
ones.
an eraser. It would come back. Go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would erase. It was correct.
Wow.
Wow, you crazy girl.
I mean, it's first of all, it's one thing to know how to draw.
No, let's see this. Let's see this.
Well, but to be able to
It's
do this
taken
on
a long time. There's a lot of
typewriter,
build-up.
it is
What's
signing
taking,
in? I'm
it's
signing
taking,
in.
quite a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's move on to another story then while Poseidon ruins the flow of the show.
Well, I wasn't even
While-
signed in. You didn't tell me
Yeah.
in
While
advance
he
about
puts it up, how good are you at
fucking
drawing?
Mama Luke.
Why is... Hold on, I'm just going to address the chat here.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Blow says we should buy a coffee machine instead of drinking used dishwasher. Oh, you're talking about the Tim Hortons. This isn't mine. I'm not a disgusting human being. That's for them. I have an espresso machine. I don't
What did he call it? A washed what?
Drinking used dishwater. I think that's unfair to dishwater. I've had Tim Hortons
I don't
coffee.
mind Tim
That
Hortons
dishwater
coffee.
is better.
Did you ever play hockey as a kid?
Not in the team, but I did play hockey.
They wouldn't let you on the team?
No, I didn't.
okay.
Yeah. My
Anyways,
parents-
do you
my
know
parents
when
didn't have
you-
money to send me?
Oh, okay. You didn't go to like play it again or like Rousseau to get that used stuff?
No.
All right, let's see what he got here. Yeah, it tastes like sweaty sock water.
Hold
That's
on,
disgusting.
there's
It's
a-
not bad.
fucking
I used to like it
garbage
before,
bag.
but McDonald's coffee is, I think,
McDonald's
better.
coffee is all right and less equitable, which I appreciate.
Let's do it.
This taking forever. I don't even care anymore.
Is there sound?
Look at this fucking nerd with his typewriter.
Nerd.
There's typewriter sounds.
I mean, look at that.
You did it!
I hate you so much. I hate everything about you. You offend my existence. Hey, look, it's pretty cool. Was it worth
Guys, this
halting
is-
the morning show to a grind?
This is really impressive. I don't know about you guys, but
I mean,
Look at this stuff.
I'm slightly impressed.
Wow!
It's cool. It's very cool. I don't want to do this anymore.
Wow!
Tom Hanks.
Wow!
Can someone come fucking get their dad? Like,
All that to start us off on
Congratulations.
a light little note over here. Good for this guy.
whose dad is this?
This is the first time I think I see you actually angry, actually frustrated, Phil. I don't know why.
Like, the world is, you know.
Yeah, okay, but
No,
we're
but
starting it off.
this is why I love George, bro. This is why I love.
Every time we do this show,
Listen,
and I come out
listen.
with news, you're like, George, do you have anything lighter to fucking start the day with?
Listen,
Now I
Elias,
do. You're calling me a dad.
Why don't
well,
you
I
s-
am a dad, but
fucking Elias Makos. Who let him in the studio? Tell me how Amazon works. Tell me how Amazon works.
is that the jungle where trees
It's a
grow?
fucking river, George. It's the longest river in the fucking world.
Is it longer than the
I'm still
Nile?
calling you Ilya.
Is it?
It is longer than the Nile, yeah. I think if you connect the Missouri and the Mississippi, which they used to in certain maps, those waterways are longer, but they're technically two different rivers.
I thought the Nile was the longest.
No,
river.
it's not. It's not.
the Amazon.
It's the Amazon, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Google
so there you have it.
Your fucking propaganda, proi.
So there you have it. So talented
It's the Amazon
little guy
River.
out of London. Good for him. I just found it impressive because I can't draw for if my life depended on it. And this guy's doing this shit on a
I
typewriter.
mean, but George, think of all the things you have that he doesn't.
like
A social life, a wife,
yeah.
children, a family. That was clearly a kid who's not all right.
Bro, the Amazon River goes through only 2 countries. Never mind, sorry.
Yeah, one of them is like one of the biggest countries in the world, though.
Yeah, but bro, it covers like
It's massive.
3/4 of
just find the distance,
the landmass
bro. Don't
from
fucking
east to
compare
west.
it.
Yeah, it's massive.
Anyways, okay.
Wow, 6,992.
I always thought it was
kilometers.
the St. Lawrence, the biggest one.
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay.
I did not.
You can barely see it on the map.
I mean, it's not a small waterway. It's
not,
It's
it's
quite
not.
large.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's one of the biggest reverse deltas if I'm not mistaken.
Reversed deltas.
Like it's not fed by the ocean. It feeds into the ocean.
Oh my God, the Amazon River has dolphins?
Yeah, Amazon River dolphins.
Oh my
They're
God, and they
fucking
look
pink.
like-
They'll kill you.
Yeah, they look like stuff out of nightmares.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
Jesus Christ, what is this thing?
They're like the source of lots of
Nightmares.
weird myths from the Amazon, like mermaids and shit like that,
And nightmares.
and creatures. Yeah,
it must be a
What is this thing?
I've been watching a lot of Discovery at night.
It looks like me
Expedition-
naked.
no.
Yeah, anything pink freaks me out in the animal kingdom like that.
It must be like
What is this thing?
It must be a huge culture shock to travel in those areas, like to go through the Amazon River or to discover any of those areas.
Why would you?
Regions.
Why would you?
I
wanna
don't
do
know
that?
why.
I don't know.
How has nobody ever covered this thing?
I mean, there's whole episodes on Discovery about it. Josh Gates is down there all the time, chilling.
Bro,
with them.
this thing is a thing of nightmares.
Yeah, no kidding. It has a belly button. Did you know that fucking dolphins have belly buttons?
This, bro, I want to. Wow, I'm getting. But I feel like
He's sexually aroused.
I feel like no, I feel like puking and I don't know what else.
They're kind of gross and kind of cute at the same time.
No, there's zero cute.
No, look at him over there. He's so happy. Look at that.
This is me and
That's Poseidon
this
in
is me on
Cuba.
vacation. What is this?
It's fucking weird, yeah. This show is
yeah.
degenerated
Okay,
into
I'm
madness
sorry,
so
I'm sorry.
fast.
Let's move
Yeah, it's
on.
true, this
Let's
is a
move
news
on
show.
to other news. Disturbing fucking news.
Nice. This is what I'm talking about. Morning show material.
And this is disturbing not because of the act that was perpetrated, but because of the justice system that just
You're talking about Ohio.
no. I'm talking about Quebec.
Oh, nice.
Talking about Quebec. There is this individual by the name of Simon Hull. Simon Hull looks like
Cool.
Hull.
He looks like a fucking
This
like a Batman villain.
yeah, this fucking excuse of a human being.
What did he do?
At a
Wait, what did you say? Batman? What?
He
Sorry.
looks like a Batman
Let me
villain.
go back. What year was this? This is in 2019, I believe.
Anyways, it was a
And
couple years
doesn't
ago.
matter. It was a couple years ago. This individual thought it'd be great at an office party to get a girl drunk,
Oh no.
Oh, this is great about this.
to assault her.
Oh.
He raped her, and then took pictures of her naked while she was naked. Obviously, he went to court, and the absolute
He has the most rapist face I've ever seen.
no, this is the judge. This is a new judge. that
Oh,
was-
my bad.
This is a new judge.
He raped someone.
This guy's the absolute fucking
Those look like the same guy with different barbers.
yeah. Eh?
Sketchy. What's the
and-
judge's name? Is it also Ul?
Judge Mathieu Poliquin, he was appointed in 2019, I believe, or 2018, by the current Justice Minister. What's his face?
George, tell me the meat of
This
this
one.
story,
Anyways,
okay? This is
Here's the
falling
thing
apart.
now. This judge thought he gave him an absolution. Basically, he
A verdict?
he
Oh, an absolution, okay.
yeah he what the fuck is the English word for that?
An absolution.
Yeah, whatever. So
French.
yeah,
With Phil.
basically here's his explanation. So the Crown requested 18 months of prison,
Okay.
which is pretty much in line with these sort of.
Wait, if you fucking roofie and rape a woman, you go to jail for 18 months. That's
what
it?
it says. Yeah,
Okay.
it says it's not inhabitual to see someone get 18 months for this sort of crime,
Okay.
with obviously a criminal record. And the judge believed that no. So he absolved him. I don't know what the fuck the
Absolved
term is.
him, yeah.
Whatever. These are the grounds on which he absolved him.
The chat is losing their mind with you,
I'm
George.
sorry about that, guys.
George, go like this. Lift your hands above your head. Okay. Is there any droopiness in the face? Let me see.
So basically, he said the judge said basically that this doesn't represent the person that Mr. Ull aspires to be. It was a mistake. He was under the influence of alcohol, and he wasn't right in his mind, and it happened so quickly. Like, these are arguments coming from a judge. It happened quickly. So it was like, okay, bam, bam, it's okay. It only took a couple of minutes. It's okay.
What if he was drunk and driving a vehicle and he ran
Yeah,
someone
exactly,
over?
right?
I think we need a new law. You know how we have DUIs?
Yeah.
We should have FUIs.
What does that mean?
Fucking under the influence. Not allowed. But life would be a lot more boring.
From what I
though.
understand, what happened though is the laws in Canada, the defense, the arguments for like the defense.
I want to just address the chat before you continue and apologize for everything that's happened and that is happening on this show. Both of them clearly not professionals. Maybe they had a rough night's sleep. I feel like you both are on like 2 of 10 right now.
What do you mean?
You guys aren't operating at full capacity.
Yeah,
What's
no,
happening?
we're definitely
He can't
not.
make a sentence. I mean, you're trying. That's something. Your pants don't fit. It's crazy. It's just me. It's just
Basically,
me.
no. What's troubling is that I don't know what kind of precedent this could establish. But
very
just,
dangerous
Just the
precedent.
arguments that this judge made. First of all, this is going to go to appeal, and I'm sure
Obviously.
that this is gonna get the right attention. I hope in the Court of Appeals. But just the argument that this is, this was a person that was always active in his society.
Situations like this.
He can't give him a criminal record because he won't be able to travel for his job, and he's an engineer.
Situations like this are what?
Yeah.
Situations like this are what create those weird hypotheticals that aren't hypotheticals that people use to say like stuff like all women are in danger all the time because men are animals. It's because of these gypsies.
So and just to go back to your argument, I mean,
I had an argument.
well, yeah, but the driving, drinking,
right, yeah.
drunk
My
driving.
bad.
This is me and George this morning.
Wait, are you halting the
doing?
show to show us something?
The dreams that you had you could do so.
That's actually found footage of Poseidon, by the way, circa 1994.
You want him to do you so much you could do anything.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Thank you once again for inserting a TikTok meme.
It was funny. It was
into
funny.
the
though.
video. It works a
It was
bit,
funny.
yeah.
It was funny. In any case, I find this very troubling. One, I don't know why we're protecting this individual.
Bro, he's an engineer, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We need him to engineer.
So we have other engineers.
Bro, fuck this guy. Send him to jail.
Engineers that don't rape.
Send him straight to fucking jail.
I just feel like this story won't end there. I think there's going to be a follow-up. Obviously, it's going to go to there's going to be an appeal. I don't know what happens at a court of appeals. Obviously, they're going to dismiss this whole fucking
Probably. But now that
judgment.
he's been
But
already...
can they reprimand the judge?
I don't know.
No,
I'm
no.
not sure.
From
Don't
what
say
I-
no so...
No, but from what I understand, what happened is because she used the argument of like she was inebriated.
Mm-hmm.
So then he used the argument as well that he was inebriated. So he didn't know.
I don't know
what he
who
was doing.
said what. I'm just giving the facts of based on the
That's
article.
actually... He touched on something
Yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
interesting
So
right
apparently,
there.
the law in Canada, how it's supposed to be, is the law cannot be advantageous to either the defense or the attack. It has to be balanced. So if you can use one argument for the defense, you can use the same counter argument for the
I
attack.
think he's wrong, but he brings up an interesting point.
It's something like this. The
in
law,
the sense that I was drunk, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah. So then, if the
And
defense
she
can
said I
use
was
that,
drunk. I didn't know what I was doing. That's interesting,
yeah. So
actually.
if
But
the,
rape is rape.
No, I agree with you.
No,
1
hold on,
million
hold on,
percent.
hold on.
I believe this guy should be castrated and thrown into
I don't
jail
believe he was drunk
with
enough to
Gen
not know what
Pop.
he was doing.
Huh?
I don't believe he was drunk enough to not know
Obviously
what he was
not,
doing.
bro. He fucking.
But the same argument can be used for her in this. So, from a legal standpoint, not moral, not ethical,
Yes,
not
yes,
what I
we're
believe
just
to be
talking about
right.
the law.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Don't fucking attack me. That's an interesting defense. She says, I was so drunk, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So he raped me. He says, I was so drunk, I didn't know what I was doing. I don't even remember raping her. It's an interesting defense.
Yeah, so apparently that's what was used. I'm not
I wonder.
100% sure. I'm not 100% sure about this, but apparently this is the defense or the attack, I guess. I'm not sure. That was used.
Apparently, from what the
Yes, he
article
did,
says,
Phil. What are you talking about? Yes, he did. Which part?
from what the article says, the girl was unconscious. So
Well,
But he actually-
I have never heard of a man having sex while unconscious. It's not possible.
what?
You cannot have unconscious sex as a male. Think about
no,
it.
you can.
Unconscious?
Yeah.
How?
I've had
How are you
unconscious
going to
sex.
unconsciously thrust your penis into
No,
something?
no, but I mean, if you're lying down and you're erect.
Then she would have to be conscious.
Yeah.
Someone has to be conscious. They can't
Oh, yeah,
both
no,
be
I'm just
unconscious.
I'm just arguing what you
Unless
just
it
said,
went
sorry.
in and they both fainted.
No,
and they're just-
no. Yeah, no.
like-
What happened is 100%
That's
rape,
the
bro.
dumbest fucking...
Yeah, no.
She fell on my dick.
No, I know. Okay, I see what you mean. No,
Yeah.
but what he did, he's 100% in the wrong. It's just that he had good lawyers, and she didn't have as good
No,
lawyers.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Legally, it's an interesting angle
Yeah,
to
yeah,
try and
exactly.
defend him, right? Like, because I can understand from a strictly logic, a thought experiment of saying,
Yeah.
okay, if this is this
But he
and this is this,
pleaded guilty.
it's
to
still
these
wrong.
things,
He's
right?
guilty. Of course, he's fucking guilty. He's a piece of shit.
Oh shit! My ex's brother got raped in his sleep by his then girlfriend, and then she got pregnant from it.
no,
that's fucked up.
that can't happen.
How can that not happen?
How can you
bro?
sleep through sex?
What do you mean?
You cannot sleep through sex.
He was drunk. Was he drunk?
Of course you can.
That woman had an affair and then said, "No, I fucked you when you were sleeping."
I just no, you were asleep, babe.
Come on, Usti Poof. That didn't happen. That never happened.
The baby daddy.
Someone's been lied to.
Congratulations.
It's not possible.
Anyway,
I don't know.
But
Maybe it
aside-
happened.
aside-
I don't know.
aside from-
Scientifically, it doesn't track
look,
for me.
aside from what happened, the rape, I'm still stuck at the judge and how stupid this guy is. Like, zero sense in the
it's
judgment.
fucking-
I just do not understand the reasoning behind it. It makes no sense.
I
to
don't
me.
know enough about the situation. So where'd you go?
I spit my gum.
Oh,
It doesn't matter because nothing of what he said is linked to anything related to the rape. He's an engineer. He needs to travel, so
Man.
he can't have a criminal record.
Para
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It happened really quickly, so
that just makes it.
it's like, yeah, it's okay.
So he's a bad fuck.
So
okay,
next time rapists decide to do anything, make sure it's under 2 minutes. You know, right? Make it
if
quick.
it's fast,
Mike-
yeah.
make it
Mike
quick.
said it best yesterday on the 2 drink minimum.
And then the other one that he was drunk and he wasn't fully there. What? And yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, so that's one of the arguments. One of the that was used, the drunkenness. But Mike said it the best yesterday. What did he say? He said, "No wonder women are fucking yelling and bitching. Like this shit happens."
That's what I said 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
said
I didn't
these are
hear
the
that.
cases that make women go crazy
Yeah,
and scream and
Yeah.
and feed a culture that started off as an honorable attempt at rectifying problems in society and turned into what we call woke culture now.
Yeah. But
These
I
are the
get that.
guys.
But shit like this pisses me off too. It pisses off every other
Shit
regular
like
man
this pisses
too.
everybody off.
Yeah,
We're not all fucking monsters.
yeah.
I mean,
Don't look at me.
we're
like
not
that.
all fucking monsters.
Don't look at me like that.
Let's move on. I just want to.
let's move on,
I
bro.
want to go.
That judge is a rapist. He's setting
I
a
don't
precedence
understand
for
this
himself
fucking
so they
judge.
can be like, well, I'm a judge.
But
I have
that's
to
what I'm
travel.
saying. If it goes to the Court of Appeals, and obviously there,
I really
mean,
don't know the legal
Or he was slipped an envelope.
repercussions. Nah, it doesn't happen as often as you'd think here.
Like
It's never that
if
simple.
if at the Court of Appeals this guy's gonna get jail time, which I'm sure he will, does that automatically cancel? It cancels out the decision, the judgment
I
that this
assume so,
judge
but
made.
I don't know what
then
happens
it
to the
cancels
judge.
all precedent as well.
I'm not sure. Well, no, the precedent set by this, yes, absolutely. Yeah, if it's overturned, yeah, there's no precedent. That's what just happened with Roe versus Wade. They overturned it.
Right. So let's move on. I wanna come back to that Hockey Canada scandal that we've been talking about
yeah.
That's
for a
still
couple
happening?
episodes
We're
now.
still talking about
Well,
that?
because it's a huge thing, right? I mean,
like the
Hockey
fucking
Canada,
never-ending
Hockey
story.
Canada has been hiding these things. They don't want to reveal the people's names just because they settled off court. I think it was $3 million, whatever. The government of Canada has suspended all funding. A lot of partners like Scotiabank and Tim Hortons have pulled out as well. And the government called a special committee hearing for Hockey Canada to come and testify. This happened on late June, I believe. Now, here's the reason I'm bringing this up is because an NDP MP is asking for a more detailed inquiry into what happened, basically because of what was said in these committee hearings. So the representatives of Hockey Canada in these committee hearings came out and said that as soon as this happened in 2018, they notified the government. So the question
me?
now, in 2018, when
They
this
notified
happened,
them right away?
apparently they notified the government in 2018.
Nice.
Well, they notified Sports Canada. Sports Canada obviously is it falls under the government. And the question now is did they? First of all, because that's what they're saying. So we wanted to find out if indeed they did advise the Sports Canada that this happened back in 2010. And if they did do so, how come the minister didn't come out public with this? And the minister of sport back in the day,
A lot of good questions.
in 2018 was I don't know, I can't remember the name. In any case, for a short period, they went
Sorry,
to
what is happening?
leave it because Pantelis is gonna come, so you're gonna have to move
Oh,
it
he's not
afterwards.
coming.
Oh, he's not coming? Okay.
It's just me and you, Baldy.
Woohoo.
Why?
He's not coming. Anyway. So Christy Duncan was sports minister in 2018 until November 2019, and in 2019 there was a shuffle, and the sports cabinet was under the umbrella
George. God, George.
the umbrella of
This is why he's not coming. He can't be a part of this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave.
Of Stefan,
No, don't leave, don't
Stephen,
be
of Stephen Guilbeault. So we all know Stephen Guilbeault,
Oh,
who was yeah.
the guy who fucking
and
yeah.
now it's Minister Saint-Onge. So these are interesting questions because if in 2018 they knew about it, first of all, did they hide it? Were they told that look, we're settling this off court, so you know it's going to be fine? But
You're asking interesting questions that I believe everyone here, including you, knows the answers to.
no, I don't know the answers.
Yes,
to
you
these.
do. They all said, "Nah,
Yeah,
this is gonna go away.
Deal
Let's
with
not
it.
fucking
Deal
talk
with
about
it. But then suddenly, yeah, the information came out publicly.
Also,
so we're like,
Guilbeault.
oh, what?
Fucking Guilbeault is a piece of shit.
Really?
Yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit. He has been ever since he crawled his way out of his mother's vagina. Okay? He was a crazy leftist piece of shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like burning shit and being an anarchist.
Climbing
and
buildings.
then he became part of the government government he was shitting on. And he did exactly everything they do, but worse. So he did everything completely anathema to his own set of beliefs
Right.
for money or for, I don't know, so he can suck someone's dick because he seems the type.
It's nice. He got a title, though. He's a minister,
He's a real
and
piece
he's
of
the
shit.
Minister of Environment, what he always dreamed of. In any case, for anyone interested...
He's a fucking terrorist.
Yeah, the committee hearings are going to continue at the end of July.
He was. He was part of Greenpeace, right?
He got arrested several times.
Yeah. He's a fucking environmental terrorist.
Oh, I was laughing at something else. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There is a clip back when Stephen...
Who'd you ban now? What did you do?
Olga.
Why?
She's like, oh, Pantelis not coming. I said, I'm leaving. Haha, joking.
She's gone now.
So I helped her.
It's just so funny how we look over and you're just smiling.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
we know something's up.
He's just distracting me. He was standing there, then he was licking his thumb. It was fucking weird.
Oh, no, I have like a
Don't
mosquito bite or
explain
something.
yourself. Sucking on your hand like a
That's funny.
child.
Haha, Phil calling George Baldy.
Yeah, it's like the N-word. I'm allowed to use it.
Anyway, so this is...
So,
gonna-
George, we've done 2 rape stories. Anything else?
It's so true.
Speaking of rape, by the way, somebody said something in the chat.
Yeah.
What you do while you're drunk is 100% yourself. Alcohol just removes filters.
Inhibitions. Yeah, absolutely. I believe that.
Which I agree. So if he raped under the influence, he is a rapist. So actually,
He's a rapist.
Yeah.
Speaking of rapist, yesterday
she
I
had
ordered Uber Eats.
Oh, eats, yeah?
And the guy rang and he came halfway up the stairs and I ran down. He goes, "Are you Mr. Philip?" I said, "Yes." He goes, "Raped customer." I'm like, "Excuse me?"
what?
"Customer raping." I was like, "I don't understand. You're a customer?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Raped me." I'm like, "No, what are you saying?" And he's like, and looking at me like super confused. I'm like, "Say it again." "Customer raping." I was like, "You mean customer rating?" He goes, "Yes, please. 5-star." I'm like, I go, "Dude, rating, not raping." He goes, "Raping?" I'm like, I'll give you 5 stars, bro. No problem. And he left. And my wife's like, "Were you talking about rape with the Uber guy?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know what just happened."
She goes, 5 rape! 5 rape!
No, he just goes,
I 5 rape!
he goes, "Hey, customer raping." I'm like, "What? Please, customer raping." I'm like, "No, thank you." Like, it was such a weird experience.
I'm assuming from the accent you're making that he was South Asian.
He was, he was South Asian. Maybe like
Vietnamese.
South Asian.
South Asian, not Southeast
That's
Asian.
Southeast Asian.
Taiwanese.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
man.
South Asia.
He was a,
Pakistani,
he was
Bangladeshi,
yeah,
Indian,
one of these guys.
Tamil.
No, that's West Asia.
West Asia,
West
is,
Asia?
is there's no West Asia.
Yeah.
No one says West Asia.
I do.
What countries fall into West Asia?
Fucking Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan's central.
It's
As central as it gets.
No, that's East
The
actually.
Mongolian plateau.
Asia. It's
Sri
more
Lanka.
central. It's mostly Asia Minor, like Turkey.
That's West Asia, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, maybe the Emirates fall into West Asia.
I no, that's
but
Gulf.
nobody calls them that. They call them the Gulf countries, yeah. Or the Near East.
Or the what's it called?
the Levant.
No, the fucking what's the word? The Middle East.
The Middle East,
Middle East
no.
is a strange term.
So
I've
the
never-
Middle East is between Asia and Africa.
To me, Middle East just means Arab. When people use it, that's what they mean. Oh, you're Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
Arabish? Arabish face?
Arabish.
That's all it- Arabish face? It's from Lilyhammer, the first ever Netflix show.
Never heard
It was
of
the guy, Gus Van Sant. Not Gus.
By the
guy
way-
from The Sopranos. He's like an old retired mobster.
Tony
and
Montana. It's a
He's
joke.
like an old
It's a
retired mobster, and they move him to Norway to hide him from witness protection.
Okay.
And he goes, "I want to go to fucking Lillehammer." And they're like, "What?"
Oh,
he goes, "They
yeah.
had the Olympics there. It looked awesome." And he goes into like a shithole. And he's Sicilian, right? They're like, "You Arabish?" He's like, no, I'm Italian. You have Arabic face. You have Arabic face.
Speaking of accents, I had a friend once that was working at Jean Coutu, and a South Asian guy walks in, and twice it happened. Not the same person, but two incidents. So the first one was, yes, sorry, can I have a cover, please? Oh, no, sorry. I fucked up the joke. They were saying, can I have camel? Camel. He's like, what, camel? Camel. He's like, what do you mean camel?
Cigarettes.
Camel, he's like, oh, cover. So
Oh my God.
Yeah, cover. And then the second time, the guy walks in and he's like, ginger, do you have ginger? He's like, no, we don't sell ginger over here. No, ginger. He's like, yeah, ginger. No, we don't sell ginger. He goes, no, ginger. Ginger. He wanted a scissor.
Oh.
Ginger.
Is it called ginger? It's one of the
It's
South.
scissor, but he was calling it
Scissor?
ginger.
Ginger?
You want ginger? Scissor?
I remember when I worked at the CLSC, my favorite thing that all South Asians do, like from the Indian continent, right? They all, so when they do numbers, if there's like a double number, so if your phone number is like 514, fuck off, 222, or 223,
Oh, they say double.
they're 514, 00, 22, 66.
Why'd you turn Peloponnese? Filipino.
No,
That's not how they speak at all.
Yeah.
That's really South Asian. That's not
Yeah,
bad.
514, 22, 3, 00, 00, and their Zs are always Js. 00. What color was it, sir? It was jello. I'm like, what? Jello?
Jello.
But they always say double.
Oh man.
You suck, Poseidon. It's true. It's true. He does.
Let's
Sucks at different things.
How does their phone ring and how do they answer?
Bring, yellow, pink.
Oh, this is the one. Okay,
That's an old Greek joke. Green, jello. Pink.
guys, let me talk to you about something.
Is it rape?
Another court case, which, given everything that's happening with the rise of COVID cases, again, everybody's wondering: are we getting into this whole thing again, and are we gonna have more?
A lot of people I know have COVID right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
They're all fine.
no. All the I heard there's all these summer camps
Double
closed
jello?
down.
Oh yeah, the sleepaway camps. Yeah, I was reading about that. Yeah.
So anyway, so
Our mutual acquaintance, the good doctor, I saw you posted the one we both interviewed on our shows. He went on a rant about how COVID's not over and blah blah blah, and then he said the original vaccines no longer work,
yeah, we've known that.
except they're still giving the original vaccines.
Yeah,
out.
the-
They haven't adjusted the boosters.
No.
I looked into it.
Yeah, the news that came out was that it's no longer you're no longer safe just by being vaccinated. You have to be updated with the recent, which is the same thing. I mean,
They
you're
haven't
always
changed
getting
the
vaccinated.
vaccines. The
Like, for
boosters are the
example,
same.
Yeah, for example, someone like me who's only gotten 2 vaccines,
Same.
I'm technically no longer safe because I'm not up to date.
Except you're still being required to show your proof of vaccination to go anywhere. The vaccination anywhere, airplanes, travel. They're still asking for those 2 vaccines.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That makes no sense.
in any case, so what happened is that during the height of this whole COVID thing, and when Justin Trudeau came out and said that the certain areas are going to have a mandatory vaccination, so you have the metal workers who complained, and they're like, you know what, we're going to sue you because this goes against all rights and freedoms. And yesterday, the Superior Court here in Quebec gave right to Ottawa to make vaccination mandatory.
Who did this?
This is the Superior Court over here in Quebec.
Lovely.
So
That's
yeah. So the court decision was like, yeah, Ottawa was fully in its right to make vaccinations mandatory.
For federally regulated.
Whatever, you know what I mean. So
You know what's crazy? They overturned it eventually, right? They said, remember how they said you can't work for a federally regulated company or industry?
But even in Quebec
unless
too,
you're
they did it,
vaccinated.
remember?
And then they said, okay, so a lot of people lost their jobs. And then like a few weeks ago, they're like, yeah, it's fine again.
we're done with it.
Yeah, we're done with it.
Yeah.
So whoever lost their job, I mean, suck my dick, basically. It doesn't make any sense.
It's ridiculous. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is that now this is the first time a decision like this comes down, right? Where it gives
this
rights.
is what pisses me off, George.
It gives right to the government to have proceeded in the way it did. So what's going to happen now? And I'm the only reason I'm bringing this up is because we're seeing this wave now. We don't know where it's going to go, and if August, September, we're going to see another wave like we've seen like the last 2-3 years. Since 2020.
You think I'll get
let's
trapped
say.
in Greece and won't be allowed to come back to Canada?
That's the dream come true. What are you talking
How?
about?
How am I going to generate income while I'm stuck in a foreign country?
You can work abroad, man. You can work from abroad.
I don't have any equipment abroad.
Rent.
Yeah, I guess
Right.
that's true.
Yeah. In any case,
No, he makes a good point.
yeah, your wife could work from abroad.
I mean,
The kids are.
she won't have anything. Computer.
You can get computers, dude. They sell computers in Greece.
I know.
Yeah.
Except her company requires her to use their computer.
They'll ship it. Fuck.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know. Yeah. There's a solution to everything. I wouldn't complain about getting stuck in Greece. Oh, look, I'm sorry. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
we
it's
didn't
not
know
the
this was
worst
gonna
thing that can happen.
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
just go work in a cafe. Fuck it.
Yeah,
While
man.
the tourist season's still big.
Yeah. So the only reason I bring this up is because of this trend that we're seeing now with COVID cases on the rise again. Are we potentially going to go back to a situation where they're going to force us to get vaccinated because now
don't
they
know.
have the okay from the court
Like
that says,
stuff
look,
like
you
this
had
is happening where governments are completely overstepping. I mean, I think we all forget the role of government. The role of government is not to tell us what to do. It's to do the things we need it
it's to facilitate us to do the things we want to do.
on a larger scale, because technically they're just doing what we want. So they're doing whatever they want. And instead of people actually arguing about these things, they're having the dumbest fucking arguments. Like I see it on the internet. The internet is a nice slice of what's happening in society. You get an idea, right? And people are not furious that a law like this, that this just became law. That the Supreme Court basically said, yeah, government was well within its rights. They're fighting about like fucking pronouns and shit still. Like everyone's talking about how Jordan Peterson's a bigot, apparently. Like how is that more important?
You saw he got canceled from Twitter, eh?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
This is
I don't think he gives a shit.
I think no.
he
just
Justin Trudeau at his meetings.
He just got signed on the Daily Wire, right? You saw that with
Yeah, I saw.
Ben Shapiro?
Peterson is
That's a shitload of money right there.
for
What the
all his
fuck?
things that
Yeah.
he is, for all the things that he is, he's a very intelligent guy. He's clearly not an idiot,
No.
right? He answered a question that no one asked. He literally went out of his way to create something that he knew would piss.
What
a
was it about?
section-
It was about Ellen Page
It was
or...
about.
Elliot.
George
Sorry.
is just as bad as Peterson now.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Elliot Page, yeah.
He called the surgeon who did the top surgery. He compared them to like Nazi doctors.
Is that what he did?
Not exactly, but like in another statement he had elaborated. But in this one he calls he's a criminal.
I'm a criminal.
He called the doctor a criminal for having
Performed
done
that
the Why?
removing her breasts.
Okay, I think that's a little
I mean,
extreme
Wait,
there.
what?
He find the tweet, the Peterson tweet. And then, so I was fine with the tweet. I was like, whatever, it's his opinion. Like, I have no issue. Even if I don't agree with someone, you can say it. I have no issue with it. The idea that dead naming, in quotation, someone is like a crime paramount to Nazi crimes, to me is fucking
But he
hilarious.
mentioned that it's a...
He called her Ellen Page.
Okay,
said-
but no, I'm saying that he compared to a Nazi crime?
He called him a criminal.
Yeah, but...
A doctor criminal. Anyways, he made a video after, like a 16-minute video, which I watched, which made me not... Like, I have no issue with the tweet. I don't support his opinion. I don't care. But the tweet is a tweet. It is what
Yeah.
it is. But the video that he made after was so un-Peterson-esque. I was like, what are you doing right now? You did exactly what you wanted to. You got Twitter mad over something that there's no reason to be mad about. You've become more infamous because of it. And this video, for the first couple minutes, I was like, all right, I'm on board. Peterson's making good points. And then he was just kind of bitching. Like, you know how he gets really riled up sometimes? That's when I lose Peterson. I'm like, calm down. Calm down. Facts, not feelings, Peterson. Facts, not feelings. Like, why are you so upset?
Yeah.
I don't know, which I shouldn't say because I get upset about stuff too online.
Yeah.
Like, on video, like I get.
But the
like,
last couple of years, Peterson has gone a little to the edge. I don't know, man.
and nothing's changed. He's saying the same shit. People have associated him to this movement that he's not a part of. And I mean, I get why that would upset you. I really don't think the tweet is bad enough to ban him. He didn't like. There's beheadings on Twitter for fuck's sake. There's pedophiles reaching out to other pedophiles to find kids on Twitter, but they're doing nothing about it, right?
I saw a bunch of people.
This is a non-issue.
I saw a bunch of people on Twitter reaching out to Elon Musk. I mean, what does he even have powers now? Have they made the switch? I mean, is he officially?
He hasn't retracted it from public company yet. When he does that, it'll be different because he is. He's going to remove it. From
But has
being
it
public.
passed? Like, is he officially? Have they?
Yeah,
okay.
they're in charge.
Okay.
But it's still a publicly traded company. And there's still 15 years worth of hiring in the company.
Right.
So the culture of the company is not just the owner. It's not a top-down
Right.
situation.
Yeah.
Especially when you're buying it once it's already established. So Twitter is not about free speech. That's the one thing that I never understood. Twitter is not a question of free speech. Twitter is it's a publicly held, but it's a company. It doesn't need to abide by free speech standards. They have their own user guidelines. The problem here is they're not abiding by their own user guidelines. It's not a free speech issue. It's an issue of you don't get to pick and choose.
Well, I saw because someone had tweeted like a section of the guidelines that he that he went against, and it had. I mean, they're so like specific. It's like, dude, people can just express their opinion on Twitter freely. I mean, the guy didn't call on someone to die, or it wasn't hate or anything. He expressed his opinion about the procedure that a doctor did on someone that wanted to.
That's not even what they're mad about. They're mad that he dead named her. Or him. I'm confused. When I'm referring to the dead naming, which pronoun do I use? Because, I mean, if you're talking about Elliot Page, he did this, they did that, whatever. But if you're referring to being dead named, like what I'm doing right now, like he dead named Ellen Page. He didn't dead name Elliot Page.
It's
so
her.
He dead named her?
Her.
Like the people who say it's not confusing, you're just an asshole.
No, it's confusing.
Explain that example to me. It's confusing.
It's confusing.
Because who am I referring to? Which version of this human being?
Dead named him back when he was a her.
No, but that doesn't make sense because he wouldn't be dead naming him. He's dead naming Ellen.
Her. Yeah.
So it's confusing. Here's the tweet. I found it.
Okay.
Remember? Oh no, man, he went after everybody though.
I had found that as well.
So he did it in June, Pride Month, right? Remember when Pride was a sin and Ellen Page just had her breasts removed by a criminal physician? That's the tweet.
But I don't understand. Read it again one more time.
Remember when Pride was a sin? ? And Ellen Page just had her breasts removed by a criminal physician. That's the tweet. Okay. Now the first line of that is clearly to stir up the gay people. Because it was June.
I'm stuck on that.
He's making fun of Pride Month.
Yeah.
But that's not what he got in trouble for.
Remember when Pride was a sin? Why is Pride a sin?
Pride is a sin. According to biblical texts and Abrahamic religions, pride is a sin. It's a deadly sin.
Pride.
Really? Of course.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. It's one of the sins. Pride.
Pride, yeah.
Okay.
Because you're supposed to be humble.
Okay, I
In
didn't know that.
Christianity and what?
And it's deadly.
I don't know if it's deadly. I have no issue with pride not being a sin.
It's one of the 7 deadly sins.
It is, yeah.
Okay,
Pride,
whatever.
gluttony, whatever.
Pride being the most top, by the way.
Yeah, because pride makes you feel like you're better than other people, right?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. I think it's okay to be proud of
course,
yourself,
yeah.
proud of things.
Okay.
It's fine. But Pride Month is we're proud to be gay,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's or part of the community. So answering a question no one asked, he clearly did that to stir people up. I think he was just trying to stir up shit.
Yeah.
Mission fucking accomplished, Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
Does he hate gay people? I don't know what is in his heart.
I don't think so.
I don't
Okay.
know. You can't not think so. You just don't know.
Okay.
But based on the things he says, it doesn't seem that way.
Yeah. That's why I said I don't think
Does he
so.
hate the trans community? It really doesn't feel that way from the stuff he says. It feels like he hates this weird conversation. But again, I won't speak for Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in his mind, what's in his heart.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He just doesn't like the whole. He's a believer of like do what you want, but don't start enforcing shit like a religion.
I have my own
think
issues.
that's what
I
it
have
is.
my own issues with Peterson. Sometimes I agree with the stuff he says, like because a lot of the stuff he says is real. Do your bed, like be responsible, have accountability for the things you do in life.
100%.
Like I have no issue with that. I think he's probably a lot of the stuff he says is probably really good for young men to hear. There are some stuff that I find on par with religion though that he says because they're just vague enough that they can be interpreted. And stuff like that is dangerous sometimes. But at the same time, let it be dangerous. People need to be able to think and figure out what something is. Like, what we're just going to only use clear-cut statements so that we avoid, what if people think about it and they get to a conclusion that we don't agree with? That's fucking ridiculous. I would rather risk lives than live in that type of society.
Yeah.
I'll take my chance. I'll roll the dice that maybe out of 1,000 people, one person takes it and says, this is clearly about violence. I would rather risk it because instead of trying to wipe that out, let's go to the root of the problem and educate people to be able to have critical thought.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I was having a conversation. Well, I wasn't. I was witness to a conversation over the weekend where someone goes, "Why aren't you participating? We're talking about politics. Why don't you want to talk? You love talking about politics." I'm like, first of all, I don't love talking about politics. I do sometimes, but I don't really love it. And I'm like, second of all, you guys aren't really talking about politics. You're gossiping about famous people who happen to be politicians.
Yeah.
That is not a political discourse.
Yeah.
I go, if you were talking a little bit about policy, maybe I would participate, but that's not what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about, I hate Trump, Joe Biden is this, who do they have, who can they put, because mean, the Republican Party and the Democratic Party at this point in history, they're basically the same fucking thing. All their policies are near identical, okay? Except for on a few key trigger issues. And I'm sure if you were to talk to individual senators and representatives, most of them agree on the same shit. The only difference is some of them are religious, some of them are not. But the ones who aren't, the things they believe for society, they treat it like it's a religion. It's like an absolute, as if God passed down a law just because they don't call him God.
Okay.
Right? Like, what's the difference? That's what scares me when people start, like atheists. I'm an atheist. When atheists start calling about that for a second, how ridiculous it is. And if you say that to someone, you know what they'll say? You're a fucking bigot. How am I a bigot?
Yeah,
I'm not asking you to change your gender names. Just don't change mine.
Yeah.
It's your own fucking argument.
Oh my God.
What?
They tried to bamboozle us.
Who?
The fucking...
YouTube.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about Peterson.
Yeah, the stream literally stopped and came back at 10:46. Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It says chat disconnect. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. It says
Really?
successfully connected. Wow. Wow.
Are we on now? Are we live?
No, we're on.
Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Anyways, like, nothing I said is inflammatory if you think about it. Nothing. I literally am preaching for people to do what they want and be free to be whoever they want to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if we actually just got like slightly canceled or if that was like a warning shot off the bow. Hey, stop talking about it.
It just seems that we're at a place right now
Logic doesn't
where
matter anymore.
everyone tries to figure out a way for everyone to be pleased.
No, that's
and it
not
just-
what's happening at all. You're
no,
completely
that's not
wrong.
what's happening.
You are completely wrong. That's not what's happening.
I don't know, man. I just feel like everyone needs to identify. Everyone needs to belong into like some sort of group where it's like if you're not one or the other.
That's always been the case.
I don't know about that, man.
Humanity has always broken down into groups, and people want to belong to stuff. There is a select few of us, and I include myself, who have never felt that, and that's why high school was weird for me because I didn't. Like, people would do weird, dumb shit to be part of groups, and I never felt that. And I did a whole episode on this once on Fill My Hole, trying to explain why I'm that way, and why I am that way, and I realized that I'm not. I'm full of shit. The only reason I never looked for a group is because I had a group. I just didn't know it.
Right.
Because I'm Greek Canadian, and I identified deeply with that, like, part of my identity.
yeah.
That cultural identity is important to me. I had it. There wasn't a gaping hole that I needed to fill
Right.
in my psyche. I had it. Was it healthy or not? I don't know. You tell me. I dipped into nationalism. I did some weird shit. So maybe not. But the second I realized I started getting part of groups, I was like, oh, I don't like
At least you
group
didn't
stuff.
become emo.
I never went through an emo phase. I did have a what do they call it? Puka shell necklace. That was
A
kinda
what? A
douchey.
what?
Those puka shells.
What the fuck is that?
The little white shell necklaces. Remember in the
Oh my
90s and
God,
2000s?
you had that?
I mean, I'm younger than you. Everyone
Did I
had
know you at that time?
it.
Probably
You've
did.
always known me. You've
What's a
known me.
puka? Hold on. What's a puka shell?
Those like elastic shell, like surfer boy
Oh,
necklaces.
go fuck yourself.
He's too old. You're too young. That's the problem. That's what it is. I was right in that sweet spot.
Yeah.
Right after
If you want to
Cobain
talk
killed
about
himself.
douchebag, me at 16, 17 years old was peak douchebag.
No,
bro.
you're still peak douchebag.
No, bro. You don't understand
Wait,
how.
were there other people
Bro,
wearing that sort of
Yeah,
thing?
man.
Really?
Only
I didn't
knew-
grow up with other Greeks, so I had a very.
Holy
I
shit.
didn't grow up with ethnics.
Was it
basically.
just one shell or like a series of shells?
It was a series of shells, bro.
Really?
Puka puka.
Bro, if
Puka
you
puka.
saw how pointy my shoes were back then, you'd be like, "This is peak douchebaggery." The only thing that was
I had
missing,
pointy shoes too. The scarpines.
the scarpines. The only thing they were
Did you
missing is
did
to
you go
be
through
white.
that phase where you had the white shoes?
I was about to get
but
them,
not pointy. They had like a
With the
like
white
a-
belt. Yeah, white shoes, white belt, bro.
They
You
had,
gotta match
a,
that shit.
had a square tip, but they were kind of curving upwards a bit.
I had those in black.
Oh, the scarpines.
Yeah, I had those in black, bro. And I used to dress with dress shirts, roll up the sleeves, and tuck them into my jeans, bro. And I would fucking go clubbing and shit at 16, 17, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to roll up. I still roll up my shirt sleeves because they irritate me when they're down. But
Yeah,
it's
me
a
too. I
different
do
thing.
that a lot.
I feel like I'm always getting work done. Like
If
a
I-
politician,
if I'm
like
not-
Justin Trudeau.
If I'm not wearing a blazer,
I have to
they
roll them
have
up.
But
to
it
be
was
rolled
open
up.
down to the kilia.
Yeah, that's
down to the
yeah,
stomach.
that's
My
not-
wife was yelling at me that I haven't bought any colors for,
And I had
for the summer. I like, all you have is black. She was just like,
Yeah.
And I had
I'm
a-
like, what do you mean? I have this white shirt. She goes, let me see it. So I put it on. She was like, hello. And I had only buttoned it till here. I'm like, what? We're going to Greece. Like, I'm my fucking just chest hair is just out. That's Greeceville.
You
Linen
don't button
shirts
it.
just
Yeah.
open.
You wear a tank top and you just leave it loose.
No tank top. Just
No?
2 buttons at the bottom.
Yeah.
Really short shorts.
In Cuba, I didn't even bother buttoning
Did
up.
you guys? Did
No,
you
a little,
guys?
a little bit, just a bit.
You
Keep it
know, there's
classy.
all these phases that I didn't go through, and in retrospect, when I think of it, I'm glad I didn't. Like,
What's 311? Sorry. I don't know
have
what
no
311 is.
The fact that you don't know
I didn't listen to it, but I'd love to know what it is
is a
now.
good sign.
it rings a bell.
Like, do I call
311.
for traffic stuff? Like, you call
No, it's not
311?
traffic. It's not the city. It is.
Yeah.
Is it the city number when you
it's
call for
info, whatever.
municipal services kind of thing?
Yeah, but I think he must be referring to a band. Mo, I don't know what 311 is.
Anyways, whatever.
I used to listen to fucking Lit.
Did you guys go through that phase where you had to wear your shirt over your blazer?
I
did
was
that,
alive for it. I saw many a
It was
moron
in
do it.
the late 90s, early 2000s.
It was the early
remember?
2000s. It was an old 70s trend. No, I never did it. I
And they
saw
would
it,
roll,
though.
and they would roll the sleeve over the blazer as well.
I've done it with a sweater, but not with a blazer. That's fucking stupid. That's like 80s coke out stuff.
Yeah.
I remember popping polo collars.
Look at the picture.
No.
Do you remember wearing two polos?
You did that. No, what? You did that.
I never did it, but I remember seeing it.
Two polos.
It was part of the puka shell
Oh my
style.
God.
I just fucking choked. Hold on.
I remember the trend in early
311 is,
2000s, like
rock
around 2003, 4, 5, around there, where it was the polo trend, but then you had the sweater over the shoulders and kind of like that.
No one.
What do you call
no
it?
one who never sucked dick ever did that.
It was the Westmount thing.
That wasn't. It was
Oh,
like
it makes a lot
that
of sense.
preppy.
Yeah, the preppy look.
California. What is it? The OC.
I don't know what it is,
With
but
the chinos.
there was a lot of fucking people doing it. A lot of people, like university. I think I was still Concordia
Look at
back.
WhatsApp.
What?
I was still at Concordia back then, and everyone was dressing like that. They had the polo with a
Yeah, but you're on vacation, Poseidon. That's
with
fine.
a sweater. Let me see.
He just got his tits out.
That's fine, bro. That's totally like
Sun's out, tits out, bro. That's how it works.
you're allowed to do that only when you're on vacation
Yeah.
in
but-
a resort where you don't leave.
Yeah, you're right. I just came from the beach too.
That's it.
And Greece is a forgiving place. You can do anything. You can wear anything in Greece. You can get
Yeah.
away with it. If it's hot enough, people won't even
Actually,
question
yeah.
it.
I know what you're talking about, and I hate Lacoste clothing for this reason.
I dislike Lacoste also
Lacoste
for that
isn't
same
bad.
reason.
Oh,
But I-
but
but-
because of
but
that
because-
look.
Yeah.
Because of that look, and
That
I
preppy
saw
look.
I saw too many.
That's too bad because
Pretend-
they have good clothes, Lacoste. I
Pretend
think.
preppy.
It's very good quality.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a
I
shame,
saw
yeah.
too many pretend preppy douchebags.
Look, I went to high school.
Like I was a douchebag, but I assumed it, right? I felt like the Lacoste douchebags, they were
they weren't
douchebags.
douchebags. They were something else.
Yeah, but
They
they
were
were also
something
kind of, but they didn't assume it. You know what I mean?
I don't know about. Look, when I was in high school, so from 1990, when did I start high school? So 98, 99, I started, and I graduated in.
You started high school
03.
98?
Yeah. Like, it's September 98.
We're
We have 5 years,
okay,
no?
okay,
Or
that
40?
makes sense.
Well, how old are you now?
I don't, 41.
Why
we
does
have
this
5
remind
years.
me of a lot of people in high school?
So when I was in high school, so from 98 to 2003, and then I was in college after.
No.
Oh God, I never did that.
Yeah,
I never did that
that
either.
was late 90s.
Most of my
mid-90s,
friends,
mid-late 90s.
most of my friends went to like private schools after primary, like you did. You went Stanislas, right? Or went to like high schools like him, where there was a lot of other like Greeks, Arabs, Italians. I went to a forgotten school deep in Côte Saint Luc, where it was me, a bunch of Sephardi Jews, and a bunch of Ashkenazi Jews, and the two Patel twins, and Jamal, the Jamaican guy who sold us weed. Like that was the ethnic diversity of the school. It was one other Greek kid, right?
There was no other Greek
And
kids.
It was one.
Yeah.
There was more at the end.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
eventually more came. So the style that I would see at like Greek school on the weekends, which was basically Le Chateau tight, that ribbed V-neck.
The checkered button-down shirts. Remember those? Or you were probably too old.
No, yeah, but that was later.
Like in the 90s, we had those a lot.
No, that's what I saw in school.
All right.
They had a lot of polos, very like guys who listen to like Nirvana, REM,
Yeah.
That's those
Lit,
very-
like that West Coast surfer vibe. So like when we had free dress days and I would wear clothes that I would buy because I had a uniform, right? But I also had to identify in my uniform, right? That I wasn't one of these guys. So like any pictures of me from high school, I'm wearing like a black tank top under with like a big chain, big cross. My collar's popped, the sleeves are rolled up. I got the Skechers on, bro. Puka shell necklace. Nobody understood me.
Puka shell.
Yeah.
I remember back in high school,
It
we had all
was
these
a different time. I didn't have the same influences as you guys.
all these skater kids that
Yeah, it was a skater
we
vibe.
used to make fun of. They had the tight jeans, and we're like, "What the fuck is that shit?" And now everyone is wearing. It seems to have come kind of.
I remember in the 90s, I had carpenter jeans always. The ones with the strap on the side where you can hang your fucking hammer.
Oh my god, yeah,
Yeah.
had those.
That one, the checkered flannel.
Yeah.
Carpenter jeans are back. I keep seeing people wearing them. I'm like,
yeah?
these should have never come back.
Us, we didn't have stuff. Us, we had in Evangeline. Us, we had the Latinos. Then we had the the Bloods and the Crips. Then we had
We didn't
the
have any
Haitians.
of that. We had no.
Then we had the Arabs. All the Arabs automatically hung out together, whether they were, except for the Lebanese Catholics or Orthodox Catholics.
Depends. So the Copts.
Yeah, if they were
Maronites, not
of Christianity,
Of
Lebanese,
Christianity.
they wouldn't chill.
Members of Christianity.
They wouldn't
They
chill.
had heard the good word.
You know,
They were members
so
of
us it was
Christianity.
more like that, and it was very
It was cliquey. Well,
cliquey,
our
gang
cliques
related.
no, we didn't
It
have
was
ethnic cliques.
towards no us. It's I was right towards the end of the ethnic cliques, and then it started turning into like random shit. Then a few kids came in, and they then it
We
became.
didn't have
Are
enough
those schools
ethnicities.
as bad as they used to be, or have they gotten better?
No, right towards the end, it became like at some point, like we got uniforms at Evangeline, which we never had. I refused to wear it because I was like, "Fuck this shit." Fuck, I was a bad boy, you know.
we had a uniform too, and
A
I mean,
lot of
we
these
didn't
schools have
have
gotten
the
better. Like
ethnic-
Lucien Paget, for example. Sorry to interrupt you.
Was that a ghetto school?
Lucien Paget was horrible, man.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god, when we were
I
growing
heard
up,
horror stories
Lucien
from Lucien
Paget
Paget.
was horrible. It was a horrible school, and now it's completely transformed.
We had like a gangster school down the block. They used to come try to fight us, and all the kids in my school were like, "Guy, no, here's $40 to go away."
What?
And-
Guy, yeah, no.
guy. Here's $40, guy. We're not gonna fight. There was the Côte Saint Luc, the French school down the street, and all the rich because I didn't go to school with like the rich Westmount Jewish kids. I went with like they were well off, but they weren't Westmount well off.
The middle class Jewish.
They were like
kids.
the top of the Côte Saint Luc Hampstead area. Like elite,
Yeah.
but they were kind of dumb, so they couldn't go to private school, I guess. So
Oh,
their
God.
parents sent them to public school.
You know,
I don't know if that's true.
we never saw fights at our school except
No.
for a few, but
The only fights that I saw were caused by the other Greek kid.
no, I'm talking about major
Fucking
fights,
Chris.
like the ones
Glorious.
like the ones we used to hear about at the Evangeline, like they were like huge fight, like
Oh yeah. And they would happen often.
yeah.
No, I didn't experience any of this.
Once, because one of the leaders you want to
Bro,
call
a girl
them, whatever.
bamboozled the teacher with a chair across the face,
Oh,
bro.
nice. Okay, that's
Classy
good.
lady.
That's good. No, one of the I guess we can call him a leader. I don't know what it was. He was a prominent figure in the Lebanese clique, whatever. And it was so funny because he was like a complete nerd at at Stanislas, and we never understood. I'm like, how is this guy a leader of like this
Weird
Lebanese
Lebanese gang?
Gang, whatever. It wasn't a gang, but it was a group of whatever. And at some point, because he was there, he had mobilized all these Lebanese people. And
Mobilized.
Yeah,
I
guys.
love how George is using like terms he learned in politics to talk about.
It
the
was,
street
guys,
gang.
I remember it was a Friday, and we used to finish at noon on Fridays, and we used to go hang out across the school. There was a Van Horn Pizzeria there.
Oh,
we
yeah,
used to-
very good pizza.
Very good.
Yeah.
So we're hanging out over there, and at some point, all these kids just start grouping. I'm like, what's going on over here? Like, where are these kids from? What's happening, you know? And then we realized that something was up, right? And then at some point, you had like mini buses pulling up, all these guys coming out. Our car, bro, pulls up. I
Called the
remember.
Silogo.
Eh?
Called the Silogo in.
Yeah, they call it. So we were sitting down. There was a bench, and after we saw this, we left. So we don't know what happened. There was a car that pulled up. The passenger opened the door, opened the glove box, and grabbed the gun. We're like, okay, we got to get the fuck out of here. So we left, and we're walking towards Outremont Metro. And then as we're walking there, you know, like in those movies where you see the horizon, then at some point you just see a crowd of people just coming, like an army of people. It was all the Greeks.
I think you've told this story once.
It was all the Greeks and all these other people. They were just coming from the metro. It was just fucking a huge crowd. And we're like, shit is going down. I don't know what happened, but we left. And it was the first time I saw that in my life.
I've seen something like that once at Stone Metro. It wasn't with my school, but like we accidentally got caught in the middle of a turf war between schools. I don't know what happened. And it was just like a bunch of, I guess they were like Algerians, Tunisians, like North Africans.
Yeah.
And they were fighting with Jamaicans. And there was guns, there was machetes. It was a mess. And I look at my buddy, he's like, bro, let's fight. I'm like, are you crazy?
Let's fight.
Let's get the
Get the
fuck
hell
out of here.
man.
So like we had one friend who was with us. He was Jamaican. He's like, I have to stay. I was like, you don't have to stay. He's like, I have to. I was like, bro, you don't go to this school. He goes, those are my people. I'm like, no, listen, let's just go.
Yeah.
We're in uniform. They're not. They won't even notice us.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't. And he went in. I was like, this guy's crazy. This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you knew anytime you were about to fuck with an Arab, you knew about another 30 of them were gonna jump out of the bushes. You learned that fast.
There's always a belt somewhere. Like
yeah,
you're
you
talking
learned that
shit, and all of a sudden you
very
hear,
fast.
"Chow," like what the fuck?
Yeah,
Why
you
is there a
learned
belt?
you learned that very fast going to my high school.
No, I didn't have. I mean, I grew up in a not great neighborhood, but I never, except for one issue, which I've told on the show once, where I got beaten up by random street thugs.
Yeah.
I never really felt like I wasn't in that.
Jorge Rosales dropped Les Poils contre les Yo YouTube It Style Wars. You guys want to watch this?
No,
No.
we'll watch it later.
Drop
Thank you.
$2
But thanks for the
reduce.
support.
We're definitely
you.
gonna watch it. And we
We're gonna
tell
watch it
people to
after.
watch
I
it,
saved it.
but we're not gonna stop the show to watch it now.
Yes.
Let's head back to the news 2 seconds, guys, because Quebec Solidaire, that grassroots leftist,
Freedom-loving leftists.
separatist party, populist separatist party,
Sure.
came
call them that.
out swinging this week with, because now there's an election coming in Quebec, so the
They
parties
gotta
are
say some dumb
slowly.
shit.
So the parties are slowly kind of leaking items that are going to be found in their platforms.
Leaking.
And Quebec Solidaire came out with
Like an ass.
no, this is a ballsy proposition. They're saying that if they get elected, which they won't, by the way, but obviously that's the whole premise of Quebec Solidaire. Let's promise everything as
And
if
give
we.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but they know they're never going to govern. In any
course.
case, so they came out and said, not only are we going to ban Bill 21 that the Legault government passed.
What's Bill 21?
I'll tell you in a second. It's basically on religious symbols. Remember, it was early on in the mandate in
yeah,
2018. They passed the bill, or
The no
early
Muslims in
2019.
public law.
So
Also known as laïcité.
yeah, it's a secularist.
yeah.
It's a bill on secularism where they banned all religious symbols, and they pretty much came up with a definition of what is a religion, right? What constitutes a religion, and it's not only what you pray, but it's the way you dress, the way that you behave, all that stuff.
Look, if that fucking law was like no religious symbols up in the house, or like that's fine. Like I don't care. Take
here's
down the
thing-
cross
But
too.
here's the thing, man. These guys, and they, like I kind of feel bad saying this, but I kind of agree with them. Not only are they going to ban Bill 21, but they're going to impose complete freedom on anything people want to wear at all times, anywhere they want to work. At all times. It's like it's not our place to tell you what the fuck to wear. Do whatever you want. So we're
Okay.
banning Bill 21, and we're allowing you to wear any religious symbol you want. Who cares? We're gonna
I can get
apply
behind that.
we're gonna apply secularism by being inclusive. Basically, that's the
It
whole
goes
thing.
back to
by
if,
allowing personal freedoms.
if you don't harm anyone, bro, do whatever you want.
Now, but here's where it clashes a little bit, because they're thinking that, look, secularism in Quebec has to apply to the institutions and not to the people. But the people that technically represent those institutions, how do you distinguish? Like, for example, you don't want whatever, I don't know, the police to have any part or any say on religion, right? You want the police to be secular. But the police officer that represents that institution, like, where do you draw the line? Why would you accept a police officer wearing a cross when you want the institution to be completely secular, and that person technically represents that institution? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's clear that for Legault's government, the law is not about religious symbols. It's about
No, I'm talking about Quebec Solidaire's proposition, because they're saying that, look, secularism is in the institutions, not in the people.
Okay.
So basically, they don't want the institutions.
I understood
to
that
be-
part, but what
to-
does the cross have to do with anything that you were saying? The
Because I'm
example.
saying, based on their logic, a police officer, for example, wearing a cross, does he not represent the institution that you want to be secular?
No.
No?
What, is he wearing a cross over a giant cross over his uniform? Or
Whatever.
is he wearing a
Look, they
cross?
don't care with the size. They're saying wear whatever you want.
Okay, so
Okay?
then why would you bring that? I don't understand why you brought up that
Because
example.
they're
It's
saying,
literally
because they're
you're
saying
counter
that.
arguing yourself.
No, I'm asking. I'm wondering, because they're
What
saying.
about the Sikhs with their sabers?
The kirpan.
It's a kirpan.
Yeah.
It's not a
Oh.
saber.
I wish it was a saber. That'd be cool.
Some
It looks like a saber.
Some are big enough to be. I've
Are
seen
they?
big ones. Oof, yeah, I've seen big ones. No, what I'm saying is that based on their argument is we want institutions to be secular.
Okay, so hold on, George.
Personally, I think
Hold on,
walking
one second,
around
one
with a
second, one
saber is pretty cool. I wanna start.
Look, they're
That's
saying
a random
secularism has to be at the institution level.
And you're asking
and not
whether
the
or
people.
not the person
if-
represents the institution.
Yeah, like a police officer doesn't he represent, for example, the police?
Sure.
So if you want the police in general to be secular, if the cop is wearing a cross, does it not contradict? Because the
I
cop
don't see
technically
why.
represents. Okay, just a question.
it's a stupid question.
Like, for example, a judge.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, he represents the state, right? I mean, it's the justice system.
But you're using the same in this questioning that you're doing. You're using the same logic that the Legault government corrupted to create this law initially. That these people represent the institutions, so they can't have any symbols.
Right. Okay.
Okay, but once you represent an institution, do you forego your individuality? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I'm asking because
Institutions exist to serve the public.
I'm just
if you're
saying,
a member of that public, you have every right to
look,
self-identify.
I think the line is very thin. Like I think they're playing on words because these people technically do represent their institutions. So
not technically, they absolutely do.
exactly. So if you're going to make these institutions secular, which I think they should be, then
But you're using the word secular wrong. Secular only means that it's officially separated from the church.
Yeah.
Like every branch of government we
Right.
already have. There's no need for a new law. We already have a secular society.
Right.
None of this makes any sense.
no, the Bill 21 makes absolutely no sense.
Not even the fucking subsequent line that you're asking now. Think about it.
So does this
if
mean
they
there's more
represent the
sabers in
institution,
public?
But
no, but you don't have to change anything.
I know,
Just
but
overturn Bill 21.
I know, but the reason I'm bringing this up is because Quebec Solidaire is saying that it's the institutions that need to be secular and not the people.
Perfect. They already are. Get rid of Bill 21. Problem solved. There's no
Yeah.
question to ask.
I'm leaving it out there because
I don't know what
can
you're.
that
I
leave
honestly
a door?
have no fucking idea what you're saying right now. I don't think you do either.
No, because
What are you asking?
Because
no, sorry. Why are you asking it?
because I'm just wondering if that's
More
a
importantly,
door-
when are you asking it?
what the fuck are you talking about? Throw it.
There's too much equipment there.
Yeah, I'm just asking in
Stand
the
over there
sense
so I
that
can hit you.
Are they leaving a door open for them to come back and say, well, look, we said that the institutions need to be secular.
Oh, you're asking
so-
if they're setting up something.
Exactly.
Oh,
so
I'm
like
sorry I
a
yelled at
judge.
you.
So like a judge, for example, under.
I'm sorry I yelled at
It's
you.
okay.
It's okay.
So like
It's okay.
soft hands. Wow.
These hands haven't seen manual labor in 22 years.
So like a judge, for example, who now under the CAG government cannot wear religious symbols because he technically represents an institution that should be secular.
I look forward to the day where I'm in court, maybe as a witness because I don't want to be in court for myself, and the judge comes out and they say, all rise for the judge, whatever they say, and she's like, all rise? I look forward to it. Because you know what?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
that's
okay
not gonna
with
happen.
that. Because that means that those women, they're not at home copying beatings anymore.
How do you know it's a woman?
Because men don't traditionally wear that.
How do you know?
They don't
How do you know
traditionally
what's
wear
happening?
that.
Yeah, but you don't know who.
Their entire society, all the rules and rituals
Look,
around the
initially,
hijab
initially
is so
this-
that men don't have to do that.
Initially, this whole thing started with the liberal government. I can't remember what law it was, but the only religious symbol that they technically quote unquote banned was anything covering your face, which is a fraction, like a minute fraction of the population, right?
That's not all
they're
they banned.
and it's not. It's
But
not banning. It's
but
only,
let's be real with ourselves. Those women aren't. That woman isn't going to become a judge, bro.
But why would you put limitations on someone?
We're not putting limitations.
But hold on,
I'm
what
just
about-
saying
what
because of
about
her
the head
religion
coverings?
and because
See?
of
The
her
head
culture.
coverings too.
No, it was just the face.
These women don't have
Your
real
face-
jobs, bro. Let's
I know
be
people
honest.
who lost their job. I know them
Like the
personally.
hijab was allowed. Well, back when the liberals were in government.
We're talking about the liberals.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I mean
that's how
Bill-
it started. I think it was Bill 56. I can't remember what that number, what the bill was. But
Okay, I think you're talking about
and it
21
was
still.
only while giving or receiving public service. So let's say you would go
If
to
there's
the,
a need to identify you,
Ex-
you need to show your face.
no, yeah, exactly.
Basically, yeah.
So that's what it was. It was limited to that, and then the Legault government really pushed it to say, "Look, we're banning everything." You know what I mean? From whether-
Yarmulkes to fucking
but
kneecaps.
yeah, teachers, nurses, people of in a place of authority,
How does
judges,
it fucking
police
affect
officers.
a nurse's ability to do her job to be wearing a veil?
It doesn't. It doesn't. It
Like
doesn't.
I've seen nurses wear caps. It doesn't affect them.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Actually, if anything, a veil, I can even argue that it actually helps. Your hair
in
doesn't get
food
in the way.
service, 100%.
Yeah.
Your hair doesn't get in the way.
And so now Quebec Solidaire is coming back to saying we're banning this entirely, which is fine. The reason why I'm actually surprised is because this is a position that every party in the opposition should have taken, right? So when you ask the liberals now that are in
What do they
opposition,
what do
they're
they
saying,
say?
they're saying, well, no, look, it passed. We're gonna leave it, and then we're gonna reevaluate. Like it's always we're gonna think.
That's because the
come on, and
liberals
fucking
have no leadership.
It's not.
And I don't mean their leader. I mean internally there's no leadership.
Yeah, it's not a question of leadership. It's because they think that potentially they have the best chances of making it back to government. They need to give themselves room to kind of maneuver. Whereas Quebec Solidaire, they don't give a shit. Like, look, we're banning it. Fuck off. That's it. Huge points for the island of Montreal, though, for them. Because let's admit, this clientele the people that are affected
Absolutely,
by
yeah.
this bill are in the greater region of Montreal, right? And Quebec Solidaire is winning huge points on this now. Are they going to be able to
I don't know about that.
transfer votes to that? I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, they're still a separatist
Quebec
party.
Solidaire's separatist platform, that part of their platform, the need for separation, for Quebec to be its own nation
Yeah.
state, is the only separatist ideology that I can get behind.
Mind you,
Because they only want to separate, not because Quebec is a distinct nation, but because they think the federal government is so fucking corrupt that they
Yeah.
want to self-govern.
yeah, whatever.
I can get behind that.
But you know what I always
in theory.
Yeah, but you know what I always found interesting, that never during a campaign did they mention that they're a separate. Like they never campaign on
It's
separatism.
not their main
yeah, but still.
platform. They're not a separatist
Well-
party. They're a party that also
Well,
wants to separate.
in 2014, when when Parti Québécois lost, remember Pelado?
Kader? Oh, yeah.
Pelado came on and said, "Yeah, vive le Québec libre," and then it sparked again the whole conversation about separatism, which Pauline Marois didn't even want to touch during that campaign. And by the way, she was ahead in the beginning,
I
like
know.
2-3 weeks.
remember.
The 2.5 first weeks, she was ahead, and then Pelado came in in the picture and ruined everything. That whole campaign, Quebec Solidaire did not mention once that we're a separatist party. They didn't touch it.
Yeah, they're not their main part.
So you know,
I don't know.
And also, I remember back in 2018 during that campaign, I remember especially in Parc X Villeray, they were distributing, those electoral pamphlets, whatever that they distribute
Yeah,
with the
those-
policy and all
the
those things,
trifolds,
whatever.
yeah.
So I got a hold of one that was distributed in Villeray and one that was distributed in Parc X.
They weren't the same.
Yeah, and completely different. So in
Smart,
Villeray,
though.
yeah, of course, yeah, So, but I'm just saying that it's like, dude, why are you hiding what you believe in, right? In the clientele in Parc X.
It's clientelism. They're just catering to their clientele.
Anyway, I just found that interesting. So there you have it for
Maybe
Quebec.
if you had done that, you
I have
would've
a question for you guys.
Do it.
Yeah,
When are we going to start wearing swords in the streets?
never. Probably
Oh,
never.
come on.
Preparing something. Well, no.
No,
No.
no sound effects.
Wow.
All right. Let's touch a little bit on C11, by the way.
Get it. Oh, okay. Do something boring for a second. I
Oh,
gotta
okay,
take
okay.
this.
So let's go to something boring for a second.
You have a phone call?
Do-do-do-do.
Yeah, because look, if the Sikhs can wear sabers in the streets, like I'm not against that, right? But I'm just saying, if they can wear a saber, I want to wear a sword as well.
Where is it? Well, they have the excuse that it's a religious symbol. The way that you wear a cross, they
Yeah.
wear the
But
kirpan.
I would like to wear swords, numerous of them, on my back and on both sides of my waist, on my legs, knives everywhere. I want to be,
You know,
I want
the
to be
stupidest-
half man, half blade.
The stupidest argument that I ever heard was this was back in 2008 or 9, I can't remember. And we had started this.
You
whole
mind
thing.
your business, Jorge.
We had started this whole thing. Unfortunately, we had brought two Sikh groups to visit the National Assembly, and they wanted to proceed to like this religious ceremony, whatever. And the idea behind this was to sensitize the rest of the Quebec politicians about the Sikh culture, and we thought it was a great idea. So we brought them to the National Assembly, and they brought priests, right, to perform the ceremony. So these guys walked in with their kirpans, and there was an issue with the security. Obviously the cameras, the journalists, they all jumped on that. Finally, they decided, okay, look, let's all remove them, and they allowed, I think, one priest to have it for the ceremony. Whatever, it was a whole thing.
Why the freak out? You know the kirpan isn't actually sharp. You know that, right?
Some are. It's a knife, dude. It's a
so
knife.
what, bro?
So anyway, that whole thing happened, and then because of that, the National Assembly security made a proposition to the government to ban the kirpan for security purposes. So because it came from the National Assembly security,
absurd.
all parties couldn't say no, we were against it. So everyone kind of agreed. And
These guys are our last line of defense, and look at how they're treated, bro. Unacceptable.
So anyways, the argument that time was like, listen, anyone can walk into the National Assembly, go through security, and then go eat at the restaurant, Le Parlementaire, it's in the National Assembly, order steak, take the steak knife, put it in his pocket, and walk out, and have a weapon. You know what I mean? So it makes no sense that you're banning these people from having a kirpan on them when they could very easily acquire a weapon anytime they want.
I can counter argument the other way around. Let's say somebody has a knife or whatever, right? And then because these Sikhs with the turbans and those
bracelets.
They're pronounced
bracelets
chic.
and the kirpan, they were the last line of defense of India. So these men are natural protectors, right? So what if somebody's being assaulted in the street? You could do the opposite and be like, you Sikh man, fucking come over here, and then he stabs the assaulter. You know what I mean?
But these men who are wearing them today, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I just want to point something out. Are not the last line of defense of India. their ancestors were.
Yes, I'm aware of
Okay,
this.
my ancestors were peak athletes running through the mountains and shit. Me, not so much. Okay?
Mine,
Not so much.
And the irony in this is that Sikhs are persecuted in India.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that a bunch of white men in parliament want to ban the kirpans because 6 inches is long. It's fucking long, bro. Look how big it is.
All right, moving
That was
on.
a small
You
dick
gotta
joke.
stop stealing other people's jokes.
What are you
that are-
talking about? I didn't steal.
All right,
I
guys.
didn't steal a joke. I read something in the chat.
If you guys
You're stealing from the chat? No, that's not cool, bro.
No, there wasn't a joke. Oh, go fuck yourself.
if you guys haven't understood the importance of C11, well, not the importance of that bill, but the importance of the repercussions that C11 may have. Something happened this week, which has to be noted over here. The CRTC. There's a radio station. The CRTC.
Oop, I just spit
There-
it.
there's a Radio Canada radio. There's a radio show called 15-18. It's a French radio program.
15-18 for those of you who don't know.
It's a police reference. The show deals with crimes and investigation.
15-18? What code is
I
that?
don't know what it is. 15-18, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. And they were referencing a book.
15-18. Sorry.
Yeah, they were referencing a book that was written by a Quebec author. I can't remember the exact title. I think it has the N word in it. You know what I mean? It was we had spoken
9?
about this. Yeah, 9. Anyways, it's a book, and in that show they referenced the title of the book, in which you had the N word. Okay, so
Le mot N.
yeah, le mot
in
en N. And a listener who happened to hear this
Was offended.
called the CRTC, complained. The CRTC looked into it, investigated, and they made a formal request for the radio station to apologize. This is Radio Canada. And the radio station is like, fuck you, I'm not going to do that because you have to respect my journalistic integrity. I was referencing a book, and I said the title of the book, so go fuck yourself kind of thing, right?
Interesting. Okay. I like where this is going.
And the CRTC is adamant about getting an apology. And not only
Because
that,
those fix everything.
because that would fix everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the people on the radio station came on and they were just throwing the N-word around. Like, I mean, anyway, we're gonna get back to this. So you have now a list of close to 50 journalists or former journalists that came on and wrote a letter to the CRTC
Didn't this
explaining.
also happen in a university setting like a year ago?
Yeah. And you know what? It's the exact same book that teacher was referencing. They were referencing on
What
the
is
radio
this?
station.
What's the title of this book, George?
Wait,
Tell me the title of the book,
give me a
George.
second. I'm not gonna say.
By the way,
title
this
of
is
the book.
how
Tell
we
me the
know.
title of the book, George.
won't
Why?
say
You're
the
just,
title of
it's your journalistic integrity.
Yeah,
Tell me the title of the book,
I'm not a
George.
journalist. So yeah, here's the book. N people.
That's a great fucking.
White N of
George, just say it.
America.
It's okay. You're referencing. Do like
we're not
this.
gonna say it.
Just
It
go
doesn't
like
matter.
this.
This is a book that was written by Pierre Valliere. Pierre Valliere
Don't
was
worry.
an
Poseidon
extreme.
won't. He's gonna bleep you. He's
Yeah,
ready.
sure. Yeah, he's gonna get it right in time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hold on.
so I'm not gonna do it, bro. Don't worry about it. So this is Pierre. This like a who wanted to portray Quebec and America.
No.
All right.
Thank you.
So he wrote a book about it, and he's like, white N of
This is so uncomfortable. He's so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
saying
White
N.
N.
Yeah.
What is a white
people
N?
understand what I'm
a
trying.
wigger.
Yeah. People understand.
I guess.
In any case,
Can you say that still? Are we allowed to say
A
that?
wigger, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's okay.
He's saying it. Anyways, whatever.
I'm washing my hands of this.
So that exact book was referenced a year ago or a year and a half ago by a professor, I think in Ottawa, I believe. I can't remember where it
yeah, it
was.
was in Gatineau.
And in Gatineau. So they got
Gatineau.
fired for it. And now this happens in the radio station, and the CRTC is requesting an apology. So you have all these high profile journalists. What happened?
George, you're hilarious. The N people.
The end people.
We're gonna get shut down today.
Oh, bro.
And that's it. If we get canceled live,
You know what's
when
funny?
Pete Pants
The
isn't
white
even
N
here,
You know what's
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what's hilarious about this is that you're trying not to be racist,
but you're being extra racist.
but you're being actually extra racist
How
because you're
about-
calling
how-
them N people.
No, it's the white N people.
What?
Whatever. Okay, this is not it.
double racist.
Anyway, back to the story. So the CRTC came in and put their foot down and we want an apology.
To laugh so hard.
Now this is the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is a precursor to what may possibly happen if Bill C-11 passes. This is exactly.
Where are we at with that, by the way?
Well, it's in the Senate now. So
Have
the
they
Senate,
started discussing it?
I'm not sure if it's started already. I'm really crossing my fingers that the conservative majority in the Senate is going to just say no and.
I hope so.
But whether that happens, it's going to be sent back to the House for revision. So this is not over.
There's only one way this is over. Trudeau has to go. The Liberals need to leave office.
Let's remind everyone listening that we escaped from the skin of our teeth last time because
it was C10.
they called it was C10 and they extended it as much as possible, kind of knowing that we're going into an election, so they pushed it.
Who extended it as
and
much?
The Senate. No, the Senate pushed C10 as
they're not
as
nice
far
people.
back as possible so that they don't have to vote on it, knowing that there's an election. So they delayed it as much as possible. Trudeau called an election.
Gapes, if you're there. Gapes, please. I need George wearing a hashtag the N people shirt.
Or Gabe Siedes, you know the guy that goes, he became a meme. He goes, "What you mean by that?" Have you seen that video?
Yeah, I have, but
he goes, "What you mean by that?"
That could work too.
Yeah,
But I'm not going to tell the artist how to art.
Obviously not, but it's an idea.
We're just spitballing, bro.
Yeah, we're brainstorming.
So anyway, this
Storming the brains.
has gotten a lot of attention because the CRTC is stepping on grounds that perhaps they shouldn't. You have journalists now that are actively coming against the decision,
Hold for a second.
writing letters.
This is well within the established rights and responsibilities of the CRTC. Nothing of that nature is happening. This is where they operate.
They need to regulate content, yes, but in this particular
They're
context,
stepping into grounds that they shouldn't be. They're right where they should be. They just don't know what the fuck they're doing.
well, no, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. They're stepping onto grounds that they shouldn't be because they should know that they weren't just throwing that word around where maybe they need to intervene.
Context.
Put it in context. Put it in context.
But I'll go back to what I said 35, 40 minutes ago. Logic doesn't matter anymore. It's just who's upset. Who's upset? And I'm sure that the person who called in was not a member of the the N people.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It was a W person who called 100%.
And mind you, the people on the radio were black, by the way.
Well, this is non-starter.
You know?
They're allowed to say that.
I don't know if they are. Maybe they're not. Maybe they are. Maybe
absolutely
they are.
allowed
Whatever.
to.
But I mean, it's.
I've
not,
listened to black radio. They say it all the time. They are allowed to. Okay? You know how funny it is that these things happen when you can be sitting in your car? I've experienced this, okay? I'm sitting in my car. I'm driving. I'm listening to some 90s Greek Lycos music.
Lycos?
Just fucking going hard. I look over and there's 3 white bitches rapping to Drake in the car next to me, dropping N-bombs like the fucking US and Japan, okay?
Oh, God.
Just dropping them.
Yeah,
and I'm
because-
think about how ridiculous
because
that
they know
is.
no one's gonna do nothing.
Exactly. Tell me, lie to my face. You've never said it in the car singing to a song.
Me.
Lie to my face.
I don't listen to that kind of music. So
Shut the fuck up, George.
I don't.
What do you listen
I'm
to?
quoting.
I don't listen too much. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't like
Right,
music.
right,
And for a
right.
musician, you're pretty dead inside.
I know the last couple of years it's
first
been
of all,
fucking Barbie songs and that sort of thing.
I never said it. I quoted famous poets such as Tupacaris III.
Tupacaris Shukurius. The late, great Shukupara.
Yeah.
So Poseidon says it all the time in the car.
No, I
there you
don't.
go. We haven't, when you're listening to a song that has it in the lyrics, do you not sing along?
Yeah.
Do you not get a slight deep inside your gut, I said it, no one can do anything about
No,
it?
my balls start tickling. But
There you
then
go.
I don't say
He
it.
becomes sexually aroused by dropping N-bombs alone
No,
in
I
his
don't.
car.
And then looks at pink dolphins.
He's like, yeah, you white as they get, baby.
in any case, I'm just a little.
That's kind of racist, actually. He's dropping N-bombs and he's only turned on by the pink dolphins, not the
What?
darker dolphins. He doesn't like those dolphins.
What do you have
What are you
against?
They don't
talking
do it
about?
for him.
What do you have against the
Hold
other
on, you
dolphins?
guys lost me.
That's
You guys
the
are
real
trying-
jungle
you
fever,
guys are
the
trying to
river
mess with me.
dolphins in the Amazon.
Seriously, man. Do you have anything against? Why are you discriminating against the other dolphins?
Bro.
Only
No, well,
pink
look,
ones?
no, he's an equal opportunity dolphin fucker because
We
we
have
saw him in
yeah,
Cuba.
yeah. We have visual.
How many
proof.
fingers did you slip the dolphin? 1 or 2?
3.
Yeah, eh? That's sick. That was it. You got it drunk, eh?
Accidentally touched its pussy. It was an accident.
No, she likes it. I don't think she likes it, but she loves it, bro.
Bro, that's fucking awesome.
I'm good at that. It's like a stupid human
People-
talent that I have.
Oh,
A
God.
useless talent. Can you fucking? You know what? Fuck this. I'm fixing it myself.
Are you going
What's wrong?
get it?
I can't sit. I
Yeah,
can't
he-
sit where I
he
want
doesn't
to
know
because
where
you
to
don't
sit.
frame me ever.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know how to
There
frame
we
it. He
go.
doesn't-
Look
he-
at that, bro.
He doesn't know where you're going to be moving, bro.
I always sit in the same spot,
Yeah,
right here.
But now you look
fucking-
tiny.
So
Now
anyways,
you look tiny, though.
back to the
How do I
article.
look tiny?
Back
You
to the
look
article
tiny.
because
So go
for
and hit the zoom a little.
no, it's fine.
Fix it. I want to
it's
look
okay, it's
big,
okay.
bro. Give me that
That's
angle
a-
that makes it look big.
That's impossible.
Lower the camera. Tilt it up. Tilt it up.
So yeah, so this is important because for the very first time you have actual journalists that are taking a stand against the CRTC, which hasn't happened. Sending letters out and saying, "Look, dude, stay in your lane. We know what we're
The
allowed and what
CRTC
we're
should
not
make
allowed to do."
T-shirts that says "Doing things no one asked us to." Since whenever.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
50 plus years, whatever.
Doing unnecessary tasks on taxpayer dollar. CRTC.
Okay, let's go back to COVID for a second. I should have brought this article back when we were talking about the other one there.
Let's talk about the sea people.
Well, because see, look, I just find it funny how suddenly the cases seem to be rising, and then you have all these articles that are coming out, all these decisions that are being made, kind of like a precursor to what may occur in the
Like a
next.
setup.
Yeah, you know. So you have an article.
I mean,
that,
at this point,
you
the
have an
epilogue is
article-
prologue.
Or the sixth.
The prologue is epilogue.
This
Sorry.
article was published yesterday. Just
I'm listening.
suddenly,
I'm just paying my
just
meter.
suddenly, at the moment where all these cases seem to be resurging, especially in the younger population, you have the summer camps closing down and all these things, and you have Canada now that may that are very close to approving a COVID shot for all the younger people. We're talking about from 6 months to I think 5 years old.
Suck my dick, Canada. No.
6 months to 5 years old, yeah. So you have this article now that surfaces where they're close. They're conducting tests. I think with Moderna. I think Pfizer has also Moderna, and then I think
Why is she
Pfizer has
laughing?
also asked the authorization from Health Canada to approve. And this just suddenly comes up at a time when COVID cases are rising. For me, and we had brought this up. I think was it earlier this year or last year.
I don't remember.
What the hell are you doing, man?
What is this? Oh. That's stupid. Get that down, okay? This is not unnecessary. You can masturbate to this later. You don't get it?
No, I don't get it.
He has a
Are you
Malcolm
serious?
X hat.
Okay.
She's wearing a Confederate bikini.
Okay.
And all of a sudden he's like, "Make America Great Again." Yeah.
Whatever.
It's a good gif. It's a good meme.
And the person that posted that, there's a world beyond politics, he wrote.
The fuck just happened?
Yeah,
What
I
happened?
kicked it. And it's back to this vaccine because we had
What had we discussed earlier? Yeah, go ahead.
remember we were talking about it last year about when vaccine was actually a thing that everybody was doing because we're actually scared and we didn't know what the hell we were going with this whole situation. We were questioning on whether or not our kids should be vaccinated and
Yeah.
whether or not the government is going to impose vaccination, a mandatory vaccination for the young. Thankfully, at least in retrospect, thankfully they didn't do it for the younger population.
I mean, my kids had COVID with no vaccine. And
Well, they did it for
fared-
5 years and above, which I didn't do it for my daughter. Because incidentally, at that time, she had caught COVID. So I'm like, look, I'm not going to do it. She just
Yeah,
caught
she
it,
just had
so
it.
forget it. But now, yeah, they're moving ahead with the 6 months to 5 years. It honestly scares the shit out of me, man.
I mean, look, I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second. Think about how many vaccines you've already given your youngest child.
You're
right?
Okay.
So the idea of what's one more, I mean, the issue is it's not like a one and done vaccine like Pneumovax or
But you had brought
meningitis.
an interesting point where to
Had
the
I?
effect where these vaccines are given because we know that they have a direct effect, like 100% against meningitis or
exactly,
whatever
yeah.
it is. You know what I mean?
Well, they're not 100%, but still.
But whatever.
Yeah. So,
Like it's been proven now that these vaccines actually do help.
and they're based on a technology that we've been using for a long time. It's
Mm-hmm.
tried and tested. Like I had them. I'm still here. So I think the issue with the COVID vaccines and why it's such a like what the fuck is happening situation is one, speed, like how fast it happened, which you'd think we'd be happy that we found a solution quickly, except it's not a real solution. And it's proven that it hasn't been because COVID's not gone. We didn't eradicate
Exactly.
COVID. You get conflicting information from doctors. And I don't mean different doctors. I mean, the same doctor over the course of 6 months has given me conflicting information.
Yeah.
Now, you could say that the data has changed and that's how science works. Except sometimes he's basing those same decisions on the same data. Like, he's literally quoting the same articles multiple times and coming to different conclusions. That sounds like religious text to me, but anyways, that's a different problem. And the fact that they are a brand new technology that we really don't know long term what it will do. I was comfortable taking the risk.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm getting any more vaccines, to be honest, unless something changes, because I was scared of COVID. In retrospect, I don't know if I should have been as scared. Considering how long I dodged it for, by the time it got around to me, it wasn't as deadly because it had like weakened a little bit. Also, I'm pretty sure I had the original wild Wuhan COVID in December. My kids, here's a great example. My daughter, she's 2.5 now.
Mm-hmm.
She's been sick for the last 7 days. Like, she just got better.
Yeah.
She had the craziest fever I've ever encountered. She was a mess.
Yeah.
Just a run-of-the-mill virus. The doctor really said, he goes, don't worry, it's just a virus. COVID is a virus.
Yeah.
When she had COVID, no vaccine at less than 2 years. She wasn't even 2. No, she was 2. She was exactly 2. He said it's a COVID virus.
Mm-hmm.
But like, she had less symptoms than she has now. She had no breathing issues, but they acted as though that virus somehow, this virus that she had now, we don't even know what it was.
Yeah.
It could have been fucking the Black Death. But he's like, it's just a virus.
Again, going the racism route. Okay.
Go on.
Actually, I don't think the Black Death was a virus. It was bacterial.
I don't even know.
I don't remember. Anyways, vaccines cause baldness. Well, I jumped the gun there.
Did you guys see the do you have news on the July 4th Highland Park shooting?
You know what? Someone sent me something quickly. I briefly read it, but I haven't really gotten into what the fuck happened at Highland Park.
Yo, so there was a shooting.
Oh, Poseidon's going to tell us.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I read into it. There was a shooting basically.
Where is this?
Chicago. But this is the north side of Chicago, so it's a little absurd that this happened.
Yeah, it's not on the south side of Chicago. North side's nice, right?
Yeah, it was at Highland Park, and they were having a parade, and for the July 4th, and they literally just kicked off 10 minutes in, and a shooter on the street, I guess, came out and started shooting people. Apparently, 7 people are dead. Fucked up shit. One of the sad stories is that a toddler lost both his parents that day.
They were both this morning.
Yeah, they were both
And he
shot.
was wandering.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They found the toddler under the father's body.
Oh my
Now,
God.
this is fucking terrible, right?
No, wait, that's not true. The kid was
Yes.
wandering. He was found.
No. They found him under the body, and then he was wandering. Like they
okay.
were carrying. But bro, as sad as this is, it's about time we got a Batman.
Did you set up that entire fucking tragedy to make that terrible fucking joke?
What the fuck
it's
just
not-
happened, bro? I was taking you seriously,
What is
man.
wrong with you?
He's not the hero that Chicago deserves.
What
He's
is
the hero
wrong
that
with
Chicago
you?
needs?
Man, what the fuck? Okay, let's
If you had dropped a banger joke, okay. But no, dude.
Yeah.
That is the worst. That is the dumbest shit.
I thought you were going somewhere with this shit, man. And it's, I don't know.
I wish we had a real Google.
I
You know
did-
what?
I
We
didn't
do
hear
have a
about
Google.
this.
Like, go stand with the fucking trash bin in the closet for a
We'll
bit.
get in the trash bin.
He is the trash bin. We're just gonna put garbage in his
I, don't know,
mouth.
I didn't hear about this actually, but it just sucks that what now? Every couple weeks there's a shooting in the U.S. I mean,
that
it's
hasn't
horrible.
changed. That's part of America because they don't care about mental health properly and they over-medicate people
Jesus,
to solve the problem. Simple.
Like I mean, to think you're going to celebrate your national holiday and then this shit happens.
I mean, I don't. Well, who was the shooter? Like,
Okay,
what
so
happened?
this
Do we
this
know?
joke is a love-hate relationship. I'm getting half hate, half love from
No one is giving you love for that.
it. Okay, like
Olga?
a quarter love. No, Olga is hating on it.
Who's loving it? Let's see.
Rosalie, Jess, Philippe Dussault, half. I would say 50-50.
They're laughing at you, dude.
It's a split.
They're laughing at you.
No, so he goes, love the gag. Ha ha ha. Oh my god, Poseidon. No, the other guy, no. Poseidon is so sus. That's Rosalie.
Who's fidgety? Me or Poseidon?
Me.
Because I'm pretty fidgety. That's why I'm asking.
Wait, let me see.
Oh, I
Where do you
forgot
see
to
the
cancel a
fidgety?
subscription and it just fucking renewed. Damn it. George.
Okay.
You didn't bring the Highland Park story to talk about?
No, I didn't. I hadn't even
okay.
heard of it.
Well, I brought it.
Well, yes, you did.
And
You brought something.
I came in swinging.
You definitely brought the heat.
Jesus. Do you guys just change the topic?
Sure, please.
Are you going at all? Are you planning on going down to the Jazz Fest? I mean, have you ever done it? Did you ever used to go like just hang out at the Jazz
The
Fest?
only time
back
I
in the
went
day?
to the Jazz Fest
we used to do that a
was because
lot.
I forgot it happened. And I got stuck. Actually, no, that's not true. I went and I saw Imam Baldi at the Jazz Fest.
Oh yeah, back in the
They
day.
were
Yeah,
great.
a couple
Back
years
in the day,
ago.
It was like 5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
It's not that long ago.
Yeah.
I had gone that year. I had seen a few concerts. And I had you know who I saw at the Jazz Fest? And it was fucking phenomenal.
Now or
No,
back
like
then?
right before COVID, like 2 years. Maybe more than 2 years. Maybe like 2011 or 13, somewhere there.
Okay, that was way before COVID. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I realized that it didn't make. Sorry, no, 2015.
Okay.
It was right before right before my daughter was born. In the Quartier des Spectacles, I saw Goran Bregovic.
Oh, I saw that too, man.
You were there?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it was fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. It was fucking incredible. Like it was.
Like what a live show! It
Yeah,
was just,
yeah.
There was so much weed
Yeah.
in the crowd.
No, but
And
there were like fucking tens of thousands of people. It was crazy. Like
it
that
was
whole
the
thing.
entire length of Quartier des Spectacles. What's it called? Place des Spectacles.
Quartier des Spectacles.
It was. I was in the back, and it didn't make a difference. Like it was phenomenal. Like I was almost on St.
Wait,
Catherine.
but was he playing? Yeah, because I remember being in
it was
that main
Goran Bregovic
square.
and someone else.
Was he playing in the main stage or was he on the side one?
It was a side stage.
That's
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
was because
yeah,
I remember
yeah.
being in the same.
No,
thing.
it wasn't the main
It was
stage.
along. Yeah,
Of
it was
course,
along St.
Olga's
Catherine.
super excited now.
Okay.
Look, Goran Bregovic. Boom, 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 boom. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. You don't know Goran Bregovic?
No.
Kalashnikov. Very, very, very Balkan shit.
Yeah.
I've also, and that same year, I saw Raya Brass Band. They're a brass like
what the fuck are you saying, bro?
jazz. They're a Balkan brass quartet from like Brooklyn. A bunch of hipsters.
There's some great outdoor shows during the Jazz Fest, honestly, and I obviously the last
like
couple years
jazz.
didn't
I don't
happen.
hate jazz. I know a lot of people hate jazz, but like any of the shows I've ever seen at the Jazz
Really?
Fest,
People hate jazz?
a lot of people.
I love jazz.
My wife hates jazz.
Why?
When I
What?
listen to jazz, she's like, "What the fuck is this? Turn it off, your elevator music."
Jazz
Because
is so raw. It's so
love
beautiful.
Well, that's the whole thing about jazz, right? Anyone that kind of
You can't just like it. You either love jazz or you hate it.
yeah, the people that don't like it because you know musically jazz is composed of
Helicopter
just
is not Goran Bregovic, Jorge. Go on.
because jazz is just based on like musically, it's based on just music that just doesn't match your traditional
It doesn't.
scales.
It doesn't.
Like it's off.
It has no repetition.
Yeah.
Well, it has a bit, but it's not like calculated symmetric. Symmetric.
So
Yeah,
someone
but
that
that's the
just
beauty of
follows
it.
your
It's,
standard
it's
music.
raw.
It just kind of goes. You know?
No, it just seems off. It seems off because it doesn't follow musical patterns that are standard. You know what I mean? It's just jazz is in its own category. Like
I think people who don't like
jazz scales have nothing to do with your regular scales.
No,
for
but
music,
I
for
think people
example.
who don't like jazz is because they like that in certain pieces of music, you know what's coming next. You can anticipate the next verse or the refrain.
Yeah, but
or
where's
whatever.
the excitement in that?
Well, some people don't want this. They just want the excitement of knowing it's coming back around, right? Like here's the chorus, here's the verse.
Losers.
I mean, it has that.
Not necessarily.
No, it has that.
Boring
It does.
people.
It does, but it also suddenly you'll just go out of the blue to go, and then something different will start. You're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. That was interesting. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Jazz
and then you're back
is
into
water
something else.
torture.
Jazz, German, and metal band fits quite well. Who says it's water torture?
What's his
Come
name?
on, it's not water torture.
No, but there's
I've
a-
seen some great rock bands at the Jazz Fest. I was about to make fun of going to the Jazz Fest, and then my mind just rushed to all these memories of how many times
How
I've
cool
been.
it was, right?
I've been
Yeah.
a lot of times. Imam Baldi was great also, which I was surprised. I thought they would suck.
I didn't know because I used to get I used to download
The whatever it's
program,
called. Yeah,
whatever
the
it's
program.
called, and I remember not seeing them. And then this girl that I know in Greece messaged me and she's like, "Hey, she wanted things to do. Like, do you
Yeah.
know where you can do this and that sort of thing in Montreal?" I'm like,
Where can I get good drugs?
Well, no, it wasn't that. It was other stuff. And I'm like,
wasn't only
why are
that.
you asking? Are you coming? She goes, no, not me. My sister's coming. And I'm like, okay.
Why, she's a member of the band?
She was the singer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know the singer?
No, I know her sister.
Oh, okay.
And I had never made the link.
Oh, interesting. I don't think they exist anymore.
They don't because the singer now is she became a solo artist.
Oh, okay.
I think she changed her name too. I can't remember what she changed it to.
I don't know. I haven't
and
been
she's
following.
on that show on TV, To Musico Kuti. I don't know if you watch it
I
with
don't watch it.
Portokaloglu.
I've started. Portokaloglu is a show?
Portokaloglu
This
and the
is
girl
become-
from
This
Imam.
is becoming too niche
It's too-
sorry.
But all I'm saying is that and it's a great program. Like they invite different musicians every time, and I don't know if it's her band. I don't know if it's Imam
I just
Baldi
want to
band.
read something from here.
You read,
from
you
the chat.
read.
It says, music is the base of jazz.
What?
I mean, jazz is music. So yes, music is its base. Did you mean jazz is the base of music? Mo.
I don't know if it's the base of music, but in any case,
A lot of jazz haters in the fucking chat. I'm surprised. Brand Van 3000 this Friday.
I like DJ Jazzy Jeff. Oh
You know who else I've actually seen? I watch a lot of Slavs. Gogol Bordello.
Never heard of him.
Ah, fucking gypsy punk.
But
super
you're
cool.
But you're into this kind of music that no one
I
knows.
love-
You just go off the.
No, it's because I love Balkan music, and I really enjoy when it's ported into other.
It feels like you start off from Goran Bregovic, and then you're like, okay, what else is similar? And then you kind of branched out into there.
And then I ended up in like Balkan punk, like in death metal. I was like, this is so interesting. I don't know what they're saying.
And I don't know why I brought this up because
Well, Olga knows Gogo Bordello. That's a deep cut. I'm impressed. There's a great movie about him.
Go
It's called
to the
Prince
bordello.
of Hutsovina.
of what?
The Prince of Hutsovina.
Okay,
His name is Huts. Eugene Huts, the singer.
Right.
Or like I think I've seen. Well, I think I saw Manu Chao at the Jazz Fest.
Manu
years
Chao.
ago.
Yeah, I remember seeing Manu Chao.
Manu Chao is not big here, so like.
Yeah,
I remember.
surprisingly, we used to do his songs when we used to jam and we used to play. We had a couple of songs
Well, like
from Manu
Mala Vida?
Chao. No,
Clandestino?
Clandestino. We had Me gusta marihuana, me gusta.
Oh, that song sucks.
And ¿Qué voy a hacer? Na, 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 na. Te voy a-
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, but I remember being in Athens when Manu Chao did a concert, and they shut down Athens.
Yeah.
Like the entire city was shut down, and I was like, "Is he that big here?" Because I had heard of him, and then I went to see because all I knew was King of the Bongo.
Oh, yeah,
King
yeah,
of
yeah.
the Bongo Bong. So I went to see him here. There was nobody there. It was fucking amazing.
No, the outdoor shows. Look, first of all, there's a lot of great artists that come to Montreal. I think the Jazz Festival is one of the biggest ones in the world. The Montreal Jazz Festival.
I don't know.
I think it's one of the biggest. It may also be the oldest. I think I'm not sure. Maybe you can look it up there. But huge artists come here. I follow Al Di Meola. I don't know if anyone knows Al Di Meola,
no.
but he only does indoor shows because he doesn't do the free stuff. You got to pay the big ticket to see this guy. And it's cool. Like I follow him on Instagram, and he was like, "I love Montreal," and he was just mentioning how he's back and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I was just wondering if you guys do the outdoor shows a lot.
No,
So
my phone just crashed. Like my phone, I'm trying to send a message. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I just got a notification. I need to just take care of this.
anyway, let's just a side thing. And if you do enjoy those things, head on over to Montreal. I mean, for the first time in 2 years, the city is active again, and there's things happening.
I haven't been downtown in the last couple. Like I went last week for something. I don't remember where. And I was like, oh, there's a lot of people out and about.
Apparently, Carlos Santana fainted at a show yesterday.
Oh, I read that. Yeah, at some show
Really?
in the US. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant here.
No, he's not here.
I like Carlos Santana.
He's good.
Carlos Santana. That's a cool name. Carlos Santana.
It's probably not his real name. It's probably like Carlos, Luis,
Yeah, obviously not.
Rodriguez,
A lot of these,
De Hernandez, Santillan, Santana. He's like, I'm going to use these two.
Let me throw an idea at you guys. See what you guys think.
Let's see if we can
because-
catch it, bro.
see if you guys like this because it seems.
Why'd you fucking just... Did you just go like someone?
Because, yeah, he said Jimi Hendrix sucks. I don't appreciate
Dude, it's
it.
someone's
Name
opinion.
one Hendrix song.
Go.
Amazing. Fucking...
No, hold on.
Coop, I salute you. Just one. You want to laugh before we get into the next story? You know how I discovered Hendrix?
Yeah.
Because I'd never listened to Hendrix until I was in my teens.
Oh, okay.
By listening to Greek artists who were covering Hendrix.
No way.
Yeah. How weird is that?
That's very weird.
Like O Pagliazzos Kiolistis, which is all along the Watchtower.
Yeah,
I was like,
which isn't a Hendrix song. Hendrix
no, but he
covered
made it famous.
Yeah,
made it
okay.
very
yeah,
famous,
Yeah.
Wait, it's not a Hendrix song.
No,
Whose song is that?
I think it's Bob Dylan.
Oh.
I could be wrong, but I think it's Bob Dylan. All Along the Watchtower. Search it. All Along the Watchtower.
Anna just corrected
Or
my
along the
fake
Watchtower.
name for Santana. Carlos Augusto Santana Alves. I was close though.
Oh man.
Tarmac writes, Poseidon had a joke lined up if Carlos would have died.
Yeah, he would have been like, I guess he's not the guitarist Chicago needs. Malaca. Malaca. Yeah,
Okay, look,
go to your
I
next
don't
story.
remember any Jimi Hendrix songs.
You've probably heard of them for sure. You just don't know the titles.
Yeah, I
for
don't know
sure.
the titles, yes, but I had a small phase where I listened to Jimi
Hey
Hendrix.
Joe.
Yeah.
You know,
And
come
I enjoyed his musics.
Where you going with that gun in
Yeah,
your
I like
hands?
Hendrix.
All right.
Hendrix is all
Yeah,
right.
Hendrix is good. Hendrix is good. All right. Here's the idea, guys. And this is taking it's picking up
wait,
a lot
one
of
more
steam.
thing before we
yeah,
change.
go ahead.
Have either of you watched the recent, most current season of Stranger Things?
Yeah,
No.
I just
Wait,
finished
wait.
it the other day.
I have not.
Okay.
I love it.
I'm going to say something that isn't really a spoiler. There is a song from Metallica that's...
Oh man, it's amazing.
Wait, Stamata.
That scene.
Stop.
Yeah.
There's a really cool scene, like epic, the most metal scene in recent TV history, right?
Was that Ride the Lightning? Or what song
No,
is
it's
it?
Master of Puppets.
Master of Puppets.
Okay, so I have not heard Master of Puppets on the radio, and I listen to Shom 15 years. Not their most famous song because it's jazzy to a certain extent because it just kind of
No,
does
it was
stuff.
a big song, dude.
It was
Master
a
of
big
Puppets
song,
was a
but it's been years since you heard it on the radio.
Yeah, but it's still a big song. Okay.
And most people who don't really know anything about Metallica but know Metallica,
Yeah.
the Enter Sandman,
They probably don't know
Nothing Else
Master of Puppets,
Matters,
yeah.
maybe one, maybe not one.
One more than Master of Puppets.
Yeah, because Master of Puppets is aggressive, and there's not a lot of lyrics that you can sing along to.
Okay.
So I was walking through Rockland Mall 2 days ago or 3 days ago. It was on in every store.
Because
and I
of
don't mean it
Stranger
was playing
Things.
at the same time. I mean it was just people. And I walk into Starbucks. I'm like, Starbucks. I'm like, hey, I'm like, you have this? I wanted something. He's like, no, we don't have any more. And I'm like, is that fucking Master of Puppets? He's like, yes. He was a Latino guy. He goes, it's because of the Stranger Things. I was like,
Stranger Things.
I was like, yeah, I know, but like,
Master.
did you guys put this on? Or he goes, no, we got like a playlist.
First of all, that scene, kick ass.
Stop! Don't spoil anything for anyone.
No, I'm saying. I'm just saying it's
Can
a
I
fucking
just
kick
ask
ass
you,
scene.
why was there electricity in the Upside Down? I've been asking myself this question.
Why isn't
They kept
there?
plugging stuff in.
Yeah.
There is
Oh,
no
why-
electricity in the Upside Down. That's
Yeah,
the whole
well,
thing.
wait till
There
you watch
isn't?
the current season.
Also,
Oh, there
they
isn't?
so they countered their meta basically. I don't understand.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Maybe they brought it from the real
You
world.
think they ran like a balada?
Yeah. Like an extension cord.
You know what? If they show that, I'll be okay with it. Yeah, it's a great season.
it's
though.
my uncles that fucking
It's not
like
bad,
they
yeah,
run
it's
the
really
illegal
No,
cool.
it's
cables.
not their best season. The first season is still
The
the
first
best
one is the
season,
best.
But why did my tear just break?
I still don't understand how.
Tilted to one side.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, but it's Pantelis, bro.
it's a big old ass.
I still don't understand how one guy defeats like well,
Stop.
doesn't
What are you
defeat,
doing?
but
What are you doing? Why are you spoiling shit?
What are you talking about?
fights.
What are you doing? Hey,
Well, we
don't
know this.
don't
man.
be a George. Okay?
What?
That's what I'm gonna call people who
All in
spoil
all,
shit. They're Georges.
it's a good season, and I love how it ends because it opens
No, okay,
up.
shut the fuck up, bro.
I'm not
What's
saying
wrong?
anything. It just opens
This
up
is
to
why
another
I'm not doing
season.
a movie show with you.
Fucking guy.
I'm gonna do it with Peter.
At some point, though, okay, let's say you do, and I wish you do that because
We are
you-
gonna
you-
do it. I'm
you
just trying to
should.
figure out the
Fucking-
logistics
Well,
stuff.
it's Peter. There's no logistics. It's
No,
Peter.
it's
Get
not
him
Peter.
to
It's
fucking
me.
move his ass.
It's me right
Okay.
now. Yeah.
I saw Peter the other day, by the way, at the mall.
Where?
At the mall.
Like
Which
at some
Rock Mall.
point,
At H&M.
at some point, let's say you're gonna
He's
be
buying tight shirts.
Yeah.
Sexy Peter.
Like at some point, if you're going to be talking about movies that have been released fucking, I don't know, 30, 40 years ago, like who cares about spoiling it? If you haven't fucking watched Scarface by
that's
now,
fine.
come on.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh, that's a different story,
Like, what's
bro.
like a spoiler that everyone knows
Yes.
from a classic movie? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of something. What's like? It was a huge plot twist. Everyone freaked in the theater, but like, but it's old. Like what? What's the greatest? What are you thinking?
Like Donnie Brasco.
Passion of the Christ.
What? I don't know. You should know this. I'm not a big
I'm asking your.
movie.
I have plenty of ideas. I'm asking your opinions. I know exactly what it is.
Which one?
I'm not telling you. I'm asking your opinions.
I don't know.
bro. You don't get. I'm a consultant.
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense. Wait,
Somebody
what,
wrote
what
in the
twist?
chat.
What twist?
Lyndon.
What twist?
What do you mean?
What's the twist in the Sixth Sense?
Well, you realize
That,
that, he's not alive.
Yeah.
What? Who's not alive?
Say
Haley
what?
Joel Osment.
The kid.
The kid's
No,
dead.
no, the kid is alive, bro.
What?
No, the kid is dead.
No, the kid isn't dead, bro.
Then how does he see dead people then?
You know what's a great movie?
That's his power.
This is super random. The
It's
Fifth
Bruce
Element.
Willis that is dead. That doesn't know he's dead.
Bruce Willis is dead.
You know which other movie was a great twist? It's not a big movie, but I don't know why I liked it. The Others with Nicole Kidman. Like they live. It's like
I vaguely remember
oh
this.
fuck, I don't
Fuck,
want
what
to
was a good twist that I didn't see
Wait, no,
coming?
no,
Actually, you're right. I want to
Remember at the end,
Hold on, my brain. Come on,
think,
brain.
they think they live in a haunted house, but they realize at the
They're the
end
ghosts.
that they're the ghosts.
Something like that. Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Well, there you go. See, like it's not my fault if you haven't watched the movie. Like if it's a new movie,
By the way,
like
Olga
Maverick, I'm not gonna ruin Maverick for you.
saw it?
Olga is the
It's
only
awesome.
one.
Oh, fucking
I
awesome.
can't wait to
oh,
see
Top
it.
Gun is
Olga
amazing.
I can't
the
wait
only
to
Dude,
one
see
that-
someone like you is gonna freak out
I
over
can't
those
wait to
sequences.
see
I
it.
don't even- It's
I'm gonna grow a
incredible.
mustache. I'm gonna shave the rest of my beard
I don't know
off.
how
I'm
they-
just gonna dance like.
It's incredible how they shot that movie. Which
Yeah,
I don't even know how they did, but because but
You know, it's a great movie. The
like
Mist.
you're gonna come back and tell me, dude, that's so easy. Like they probably did it this
No,
way. This
nothing.
way, but
I saw the behind the scenes. Nothing they did
it's
is easy.
so fucking incredible. Yeah, yeah.
Nothing they did is easy. Tom Cruise is a
Arrival.
psycho.
Arrival had a
Never
nice
seen it.
twist
Never
at the
seen it.
end. You didn't see it?
Wait, which one's Arrival? Oh, the alien thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrival had a wild twist. I was
I
not
don't remember
expecting.
I don't
Shutter
remember-
Island, but I watched Shutter
Oh,
Island.
I
such a
love
long
that
time
movie. That was
ago.
good. Yeah, yeah.
I watched it such a long time ago. I don't remember.
What did I watch recently?
Yeah, because you think he's a cop during the whole movie, bro, and then you realize that he's a patient.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shutter Island.
But you kind of
Yeah.
see
It's
that
that one,
coming,
right?
though.
Yeah.
You kind of see that
I
coming.
don't know. I didn't. At
Well,
all.
I mean, the current season of Stranger Things had a few big reveals, and I was
Get
and
Out.
I'm
Get
not
Out.
gonna say anything.
Get Out had a twist, a nice
Oh,
twist.
Get Out.
Oh,
Get Out did have a nice twist. Yeah.
You thought I was telling you
Get Out, bro.
Yeah, Stranger Things, the twists, man, were really good.
No, that's my issue with this season.
Fight Club?
They were very
They were obvious,
yeah,
you're saying?
They were a little obvious.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's hard.
Like how the Upside Down was created, that was obvious for you? I was like, what?
Just so you know,
Yeah.
you misunderstood
American
the whole
Psycho.
season.
What do you mean?
You misunderstood the season. I'll tell you after. But based on what you just said, you didn't understand what was happening.
Okay,
It was
we'll
not
talk,
created.
We'll talk after.
7.
Seven.
7.
The twist is obvious, no?
No. Do you see it coming only at the end?
So look, my wife can attest to this. I'm really annoying to watch movies with because
Yeah.
I can't
like
shut
you
off
comment
that part.
to everything.
I
You
try
can't
not
just
to.
sit and enjoy a movie. Just
I'm enjoying it, and commenting on it is part of the enjoyment.
Oh my God, bro. Something that had a crazy twist at the Mist.
Yeah, I said The Mist before.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
The Mist was a crazy twist. I left The Mist like this. What the fuck just happened?
I've never seen it. I don't
Just
even know
thinking,
what's
I was for days.
What is it about? I've never even heard of that
It's
movie.
fucking-
Whatever.
it's
Okay.
hard to explain.
Yeah, what were we saying? You're the hardest person to watch a movie with.
Yeah, I'm hard to watch a movie with because I can't shut off that part of my brain, and I'm always trying to figure out. Sorry, nothing in a movie is by accident. Everything is well placed. So the second you see anything, you're like, "Why is this here?" Like a character starts to express, what do you want to do next Thursday? I'm like, "Oh no, they're gonna die!" Like right away. you know?
You're starting to think that it's there for a reason.
So
kind of
when
thing.
I see a big twist coming, sometimes I get upset, and I was like, "Am I watching wrong?" I'm like, "Something crazy." I see it, and she's like, "Don't tell me. I want to enjoy it." And I'm like, sometimes I'm like, "Can I write it down so I can show you that I knew?"
Yeah.
And she just gets annoyed with me.
Speaking of Top Gun, I thought there was going to be a twist because I felt like they were building it throughout the whole movie, and it doesn't really happen, and that kind of upset me.
That's okay.
But and I'll tell you,
Thought he was
actually,
his
I haven't
son?
seen it. No, we know what. What? No. What were we saying
All
before?
right, go back to the story you want to talk about.
Yeah,
Anna says
your
I
idea.
ruined
You still haven't
everything.
told us your idea.
What idea? Oh yeah, no. It's not my idea. I'm just gonna throw this at you. Fuck, I'm dropping everything today. What the fuck, bro?
I've been attacked!
So,
Which camera was on?
The double.
Oh, nice.
nice. So a bunch of borough mayors in Montreal. This is an initiative I think that Alan D'Souza kickstarted. So he's the mayor of Saint Laurent, and he got a bunch of other mayors to kind of jump on board. For those who are following, or for those who aren't following, there's a huge project called the REM, which
You
we
lied, huh? You fucking lied.
What?
About what?
About what?
You lied. It wasn't the double cam. You dirty liar.
It was the double cam, yeah.
Nah,
It was
except
it was
it
the
was
it
not.
was the with the rectangles.
This is the double cam.
No, this is the middle cam.
Okay, whatever.
This is
doesn't
the wide shot.
We're
cam.
changing it. This is a 2-shot.
No,
This is a 2-shot. Fuck you.
no.
matter. Telling the filmmaker what it is. Anyway,
Honestly, when I watch him and Pantelis set stuff up sometimes, I get so angry. Because by all technical, official ways of doing stuff, it's so wrong.
And it's not supposed to work. And yet,
Sometimes it
it
shouldn't even work. It makes me angry.
Yeah.
They ask for my opinion. They're like, "You don't know." I'm like, "You fucking
But for
break
the
it."
longest time, Pantelis' setup wasn't supposed to work in the
old studio.
In the old studio, the way he set everything up, technically on paper,
He showed me how it should work.
it was supposed to
what
catch
he
on
wanted.
fire.
I set it up, and he's like, I'm plugging stuff in. I'm like, "This doesn't make sense. Like, you're gonna either overpower a mic or a camera. It doesn't make sense." He goes, "Bro, just plug everything into this USB-C dongle." And he goes, "It works." I'm like, "I have no explanation. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know."
technically, the way he had it set up in the past, everything was supposed to catch on fire.
Okay, anyway, back to the story. So Alan D'Souza has kind of started this whole thing, and he's getting all these other mayors to kind of jump on board. For those who don't know, the huge REM project, the phase 1 is South Shore to downtown, and then following that, you're gonna have the ones from the West Island
Have you
connecting.
seen the one in the West Island?
It's what are they
massive.
doing? Yeah, it's huge.
It's fucking massive.
Because it has to go. Because there's already what do you call them? The overpass. So
Yeah.
it has to go on top of that.
It's just like once you get past St. Charles, it's like, what the fuck are they building here? A rocket
We
ship?
had gone to what's that mall over there?
Fairview.
Fairview.
Yeah.
And it goes right above the parking lot. And I was like, what the fuck? It's this monstrosity. Anyway, so because that phase comes much later, you have Alan D'Souza that has suggested to create bike paths along the REM.
So that people can crash into the train.
No, it's going to be
hold on, what?
because there's no train now, so it's being developed. But see, that's what I understand. In the West Island, it's not on the ground; it's all suspended. So I'm not so sure what he's planning
It's
on
not
doing.
suspended, it's raised.
Hold on.
It's it's
Why
raised.
do they
So does he
want-
want to do the bike path under? Because there's space, which wouldn't be a bad
I mean, it's
idea.
not a bad idea. Keep them off the streets too.
Yeah, so he's thinking, look, since while we're waiting for this to happen, why don't we create a bike path that follows the REM, and that way we'll be able to, at least for the pedestrians or the bikers, create this movement already from Saint Laurent all the way to the West Island, and eventually it's going to connect with Laval from De Montagne.
Kind of like a
'Cause
highway.
you
Sounds
have
like a
that line.
problem we didn't need to solve, but go on.
So anyway,
Like a bicycle highway.
yeah.
A byway.
Bro, the city is hitting.
No, but you know what?
Like
The reason
next level,
the
like
reason-
insane levels of gay right now.
No,
like
no,
that's
but the
crazy.
reason I'm bringing this up is because you know how we've always been complaining in all these episodes that we've done about bike paths and closing down other streets to make way for bikes, and
Yeah.
you know, in the summer Valerie Plante I think closed like 25 streets to make them pedestrian or bike paths during the summer period and all that stuff. Something like this to me makes a lot more sense,
It does.
where you have this probably the biggest transport infrastructure project ever in the history of Quebec, which
it?
is
It is,
it probably
yeah.
is, which links the South Shore to the North Shore, west to the middle of the city. Obviously, sorry about that. We're excluding the east end of Montreal, but
They have a
something-
metro. They have the metro.
What does the REM stand for?
Réseau Express Métropolitain,
Yeah,
or
that's it.
électrique, Réseau électrique métropolitain, something like that, because it's a light, it's
light
a light rail.
That doesn't explain. The translation didn't explain at all what you said.
Réseau électrique, yeah,
Express.
It's not express. I think it's Réseau électrique.
No, it's Réseau Express because the E stands for the frequency of how. Just look it up.
Is it express or is it electric? Whatever. In any case,
Maybe it's REEM.
no, it's REM. There's 3 letters.
Rapid eye movement.
Yeah, okay, sure.
We're all napping now.
Anyway, so all this to say that this for me sounds like a much better idea that
Then
you can
taking up street
implement.
space.
Yeah. Like instead of bothering traffic in the middle of the city, you have these routes.
Oh shit, yo. Very, very anti-feminist in English. It's the Metropolitan Express Network, MEN.
So it's express, Réseau Express Métropolitain.
It's the MEN in English. In French, it's the REM.
Sure.
Réseau Express Métropolitain in French.
What does the N stand for?
In English,
network.
network.
You sure?
Metropolitan. I'm reading it right now. Metropolitan Express Network.
I'm just calling back to earlier in the showcase.
What?
Never mind.
Oh, the Metropolitan Express and people.
Anyway, so there you have it. So there's a proposition that's on the table. They're forcing the different municipal administrations to kind of go on along with it and to.
I mean, it's not
to
a bad
establish it.
idea.
I mean, the question is who's going to pay for it. Obviously, it's going to come back
Us.
to the government. And
I don't want to pay for things I don't use. It upsets me.
You know what? I don't either. But if it's going to get the bikes away from the city,
then I guess I am using
But
it.
it's not. People are gonna. Here's the thing, because they build bike paths. The
They
truth
don't
is,
even fucking use them.
they don't even use them. These mamalukes, bro. Okay.
Mama Luke.
I don't know what that insult means. But they build bike paths
Aren't the
all
Mamalukes
over the
like a
city.
tribe of Berbers?
I have no idea. But they build.
I thought it was like an
bike
Italian
paths.
swear thing.
I don't know, but they build bike paths everywhere, and they still like. Yes, a lot of cyclists use them, but there's still a lot of cyclists who just don't give a fuck. They'll ride
You know what
wherever, and then
upsets
they'll
me?
bitch at you.
When I'm at a red light and I've been annoyed because I have a cyclist doing stupid things around me and they just blow the red light like nothing happened. Bro, you want to act like a car? Obey the laws of traffic.
Yeah, I honk at
Stop at
them.
the red light.
I honk at them and I go, "Hey!"
And you call
I
them the
agree
N-word,
with you,
huh?
man. The minute that you're riding on the street, on the road, you got to respect the rules. You know, I mean, back in the day, and I don't know if this was imposed when we were kids, but we always biked on sidewalks.
My parents told me I wasn't allowed on the street when I was little. I used to
Mine
stay on
too.
the sidewalk.
But it feels like as though everyone was riding bikes on sidewalks back then. I don't
yeah,
know.
those people
they
on
were,
bikes.
and you know what?
I'm
you know
just
what?
wondering
before
did that law change
It
or
was
was
before homosexuality became okay in popular culture, so there was less people on bikes.
that confused the shit out of me?
Have you ever been to the village?
Yeah, what?
Nothing but
He's
bikes.
calling cyclists gay.
Okay.
No, I wasn't actually.
Oh.
Wow, what the fuck? Don't put words in my mouth. Hit that music. We're out of here. Guys, it's been a fucking hoot. I wonder if they, wait, hold on. Anna's making a good point. I wonder if they considered derailments when they built it. Oh, she means the high. Yeah, because before, if it was
Oh my
derailed,
God.
it would take out a few houses. Now that it's
Conspiracy.
up high, it's going to take out everything.
Conspiracy. They build the bike. They want
Thank
to
you
build
for
the bike.
joining us on this lovely Wednesday
Hold on,
in the
hold
morning
on.
show
They
studio.
want to build the bike pass under the ramp, so when it derails, it takes out a bunch of cyclists.
No, they'll be the safest because it'll derail off the top. It'll derail everything but the cyclists. Only the cyclists will survive. It's a conspiracy.
Oh my God!
Thank you for joining us on the morning show. My name is Phil Balabanos. If you like the nonsense I do, check me out, balabanos.com. Phil My Hole will have one final episode before I fuck off for the summer. When will it be? I don't know. You have to subscribe to my channel. Just find it on balabanos.com and you will be notified when I decide to grace you with my stories.
Wow.
Poseidon, the Poseidon 6'9". Wow. He's doing whatever. He's Poseidon. George has 2 podcasts, one of which sometimes comes out, the other of which always comes out, none of which are watched by you until you head over to all the links in the description that take you to George's page. Patreon.com/Pantelis. You can support all the wild and crazy, fun, freedom-loving things happening on this channel. Go to panteliscomedy.com so you can get all the dates for Le Dernier des Vrais, which is
hour in
Pantelis' French hour. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
fucking talking.
Oh.
And you can also buy tickets for Les Rebelles, which is the French Nasty show. I think they should have called it Le Nasty.
No.
But I know they couldn't, whatever. Pantelis blowing up. Do the hipster thing. Say you followed him before he was huge.
Yeah, I'll be there taking pictures. So hopefully,
No one cares about you, George.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Hopefully, I will see you guys.
I will be on a beach with an iced coffee on my chest, soaking up the sun.
Are you waxing?
What?
No.
Why are
Nah,
you gay?
his sunscreen is.
Thank you, and go fuck yourselves. That's fun.